This episode of 360GamerCast is brought to you by Audible. Please visit us at audible.co.uk/360 to download a free audiobook with over 60,000 titles available, including the whole Game of Thrones series, World War Z, and many, many more. So visit us today at audible.co.uk/360.
Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure to introduce Banned from 65 international territories.
Hi there, and welcome to 360GamerCast, the world's #1 British gaming podcast.
This is 360G.
Hello and welcome to 360GamerCast episode 259 for Tuesday the 16th of April 2013. I'm your host Mark Webb, gamertag, PSN ID and Steam ID at Webby317, and joining me today is...
I was blind, now I can see. You made a believer out of me. Sit my damn.
Trip McNeely.
I call my circumcision scar the international date line because if any of her orifices cross that line, we was on a date. Sad case.
Mr. Peebs.
From downtown in Windy City, it's Clock 31.
Well, hey, Peebs.
Hello.
Why have you changed your Twitter name to Mr. Peebs?
Because I'm a man, so therefore I'm a Mr. And Peebs is my name, so Mr. Peebs.
No, we love
I don't know,
Peebs.
Well, because it won't let... Someone's already using Mr. Peebs, the slag. So...
You don't own a pit bull, though, Peebs. What
No.
kind of breed is your dog?
a King Charles Spaniel.
There we go.
King
Spaniel
Charles Peebs, there you go. Job done.
Yeah.
I just think Pitbull Peebs sounds chavvy. It's getting a bit old now. I don't know whether to go for a change, but whenever time I change, it never seems to go down well, so I always revert back.
So what are you going to do with your gamer tag then?
Don't know. Well, I did like Salacious Peebs, I did like Lord English Tear, but they all get shut down. Mr. Peebs is taken on Xbox, so he's just Peebs on its own. So
Posh
the dilemma
Peebs.
never
What's your
games away.
PSN ID?
Pitbull Peebs.
Oh, okay.
Exactly the same, but it has a big P rather than a little p.
Oh.
Because it's the little P on Pitbull Peebs on the Xbox that annoys me so much.
Well, don't worry, Peebs. If all the rumours are true, next gen you'll just be playing on the PlayStation 4 anyway.
You might well be true.
Anyway, before we get into discussions about how awesome Sony are at the moment, I've got some item reviews to read out. I've got a bit of a sore throat today, so I'm going to try and talk without coughing in your ear holes too much. The first review is from Amp, who says, Marathon became Snickers, Opal Fruits became Starburst, Bounty became Plenty, and 360GamerCast became Mojo. The name has changed, but the quality remains the same. Honest reviews and a great mixture of opinions. But as the crew have found out, Webby's is always right sometimes. Good luck for the future. Connor, gamertag, Mark Kallinorson. Kallinorson? No, that'll do, yeah.
Mark Colin Orson.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Malt Calling Olsen, that's cans of two-cider. Or two cans of cider.
Hello.
The dude,
Did you say Starburst used to have a different name?
Yeah.
we call them Opal Fruits over here. Which is a much better name.
They probably had fiber added.
Mm-hmm.
And the other review is from the Hex UK. He entitles his Like Family. And he says, after listening to the podcast after a friend introduced me, I can honestly say I'm addicted, and the next episode can't come soon enough. A brilliant bunch of guys, both native and from across the pond. Knowledgeable, funny, and down to earth. This is hands down the best gaming podcast out there. I'm now starting to get myself on the forums and in with the community. Thanks guys, I love the new name and the hard work you all put in. Now who wants a piece of my E-Honda? Winky face.
Colin does.
Mm-hmm.
Dan does.
He loves a good slap.
So there we go. So I've been a bit shocked this week. It's been quite an interesting week with... as you all found out last week, I purchased a PS Vita. I've been playing a lot more of it this week. Really getting into Persona 4 Golden now. It is absolutely amazing. But ever since last week's podcast, Mr. Headcase has purchased a PS Vita with Persona 4 Golden, and so has Collie Wally, who is not here this week.
He's under lockdown by his missus. He's locked down. His missus has locked him up.
Well, I think he's in church playing on his Vita.
Okay, same difference, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm amazed that you guys have purchased it, and I'm really happy that you have. I'm glad that you're enjoying it so much. And the cool thing is, the coolest thing, today I was playing on my Vita. I noticed that Josh had just come online inside Collie Wally. And then we all jumped into a party chat whilst doing different thing on our Vitas. It was like playing on an Xbox, but in our hands. It was awesome.
Mm-hmm. And I was on the toilet.
He was. And I have to say, the speakers on the Vita are really, really good. So
really?
I'm just doing it through the
Josh's fidelity on the toilet was really, really good, huh?
Yeah, man. I heard the plopping and everything.
The bathroom fan was a little loud for...
How many wipes, Webby? How many wipes?
3 or 4.
Okay.
I just use my hands and wash really well.
You have a B-day, don't you?
Yeah, so it's really, really cool. I met up with Dan this week as well. And we've done some ad hoc verses on Wipeout, sitting on Brighton Beach. It was very cold and windy. And Dan was getting very scared by the seagulls.
They're terrifying.
So yeah, it's been a really, really good week for the Vita. I've played so many games, but the most prominent one, as I say, Persona 4 Golden, was originally released back in the late 90s on a PS1, I believe. Am I right or wrong here? Because you've got a...
I don't know, to be honest with you. I'm not really familiar with the series. I do know is that you can get Persona 2 and 3 for the PSP downloadable on the PSN store.
Awesome.
I do know that.
Well, I'm guessing, because I've not read up anything about this, but the graphics in the dungeons and that do look up-resed PS1 graphics. But I'm loving this game. Everybody in the community who's recommended this to me, thank you so much. It is just absolutely amazing.
So, hold on. You're playing a Vita game that has PS1 graphics and an Xbox game that has PS1
graphics.
Well,
What
it's not all...
fuck is going on
Okay,
with you people?
Trip, listen to me, right? It's not all PS1 graphics, so it's called Persona 4 Golden because they've redone the whole game. The graphics... I didn't know it was originally a PS1 title until someone told me. I think they've done such a good job with it. It's absolutely amazing the work they've done on this. And I'm so glad to be playing it because it's just so intricate, you know. It's probably a bit far out for you because it's proper JRPG-ish with the giggling schoolgirls and all that bollocks. But I don't know, man. I'm just so addicted to it. It's got this really weird story about the midnight TV club, and you like on a cold, rainy, foggy night, you look into your TV and you see your soulmate. And just the story is you get sucked into the TV to this other world, and there's a character in this other world called Teddy.
If you have a TV big enough, the TV has to be big enough for you to fit.
Yeah. So
Get sucked off by the TV.
It's awesome.
Oh my god.
I've done about 4 or 5 hours in it so far. What is surprising me is Colin picked up his Vita yesterday solely to play Persona 4. I don't think he's actually played it yet still. He's been trying out the PS Plus games and that. But everyone I've been speaking to is raving about it. It come out in October, November last year, and it's been getting 9s and 10s out of 10 reviews. and it's regarded to a lot of people as one of the greatest JRPGs of all time. So, this is a really special game. And it looks really good on the Vita screen.
Well, this game is the reason I picked it up. I mean, it's not something I would normally play, but when you say PS Vita, the name Persona 4 Golden is shortly after. It's the reason to own a PS Vita from what you read. So that's ultimately why I picked it up, because that is supposed to be the quintessential experience on a Vita.
Well, that and Wipeout.
Yeah, but Wipeout's on, so many places these days. So, but
yeah, I mean, when me and Dan met up, we played some Wipeout. That's really, really good. Uncharted, I'm enjoying. Gravity Rush, I played a little bit of, but not really getting into that. But it's just PlayStation Plus just seems to be really scratching that itch for me, because you can pick up a Vita without any games, and you've automatically got a game library just by being a PlayStation Plus member, which I think's really, really cool. They released another game for one day only this week as well, as a download on PlayStation Plus. I'm just trying to load it up to see what it's called. Virtue's Last Reward.
Yes, you can still get that.
You still get that.
Yep.
And I think there's going to be another load of games coming out in a few weeks. So I'm really, really looking forward to that. But yeah, Persona 4 Golden. So yeah, 4 or 5 hours into it, and that's all I can think about at the minute. And I just, just want to play it non-stop.
it's if we're talking about Persona 4, it's not as bad of giggly anime as you described. I think. I mean, I've seen much worse on TV and stuff. It's a murder mystery that also has this story, like you said, that's sort of like the what's the thing teenagers do, like the Bloody Mary thing, where you would say Bloody Mary in front of a mirror in the dark at midnight or whatever,
or Candyman.
Yeah, those urban legends. This one is the Midnight Channel, where if you go at midnight and look into a TV that's turned off while it's raining, you will see your soulmate, which is your other persona. It's all, and the word persona comes from Jungian Carl Jung psychology, and they actually have like these TV channels, and you can go watch like lectures on all of the psychology behind the game, and it's nuts, man. It's nuts. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's really.
But you're playing as little anime girls, I'm assuming.
No, you're a dude. You're a high school kid.
And you name yourself as well.
Like a little anime girl.
Yeah, he's a little bit androgynous, but not as bad as most anime.
Oh, I'm really loving it.
Good story so far. Can't say much about the actual combat and gameplay, because I'm almost 3 hours in, and it's still a lot of like heavy rain style exploration and tapping and looking around and story building and talking to people and finding out what the hell's going on. So
it's just
I don't know what's going on recently either.
I know people are buying Wii U's. It's crazy.
I know, it's insane. So
it's because people are getting fed up with the same bollocks, and I think what's happening is, I think it's a good thing for the podcast and the website, because with the changes happening, we do want to go multi-platform and talk about everything. And I just think Microsoft are just... They're like how Sony were during the PS2 era. Sony were like, oh, look at us, we're the big boys now, everyone's going to move over to the PS3 just because of the brand name, blah, blah, blah. It doesn't work like that. People don't have that brand loyalty anymore. They just want to play the best games for the best price on the best system, And now it seems that all the best... games that are on one system, the best exclusives are edging more towards Sony again. We've got a lot of good exclusives coming out for the PS3 this year, and the PS4 launch lineup looks really, really solid as well. And with a lot of the rumours with the next Xbox being always on, stopping you from playing pre-owned games and all that, a lot of people are thinking, well, hang on a minute. Why would I want to stay with Microsoft if they're going to fuck me over like that? I'll just move over to playing more Sony games.
Mm-hmm.
And that's one of the reasons why I purchased a Vita, because after watching the PlayStation 4 announcement, they were showing all the cool stuff that the Vita will do with the PS4. So that's just my first step to getting the PS4 on launch day.
It's just to say, Microsoft have everything to lose come next generation. At the moment, they're kind of cruising. They haven't made any proper firm announcements, and everyone is making speculation, and they're not confirming or disconfirming anything. And I fear, unless they make an announcement very soon, damage may be done. And considering last night Xbox Live went down for a few hours.
Oh, it didn't for me.
Well, you were still online, but a lot of people couldn't log on.
Work to treat.
But
I mean, had case of playing Battlefield Online for the whole time. The whole of Twitter was complaining.
Yeah,
it was great.
Didn't we know about it?
Yeah. But that's the thing. If they're saying, if they're not disconfirming this always online nonsense, and Xbox Live goes down, that's damage, and that is a PR disaster waiting to happen. They need to pull their finger out very soon and go one way or the other.
I agree that it's a PR problem, but they don't owe us to tell us right now. I mean, I don't understand this notion that we have to know right now. I mean, all we know about the PS4 is that one exists, and they showed a few games that they may be releasing. I mean, they haven't really said anything yet. And so I don't understand why everybody thinks Microsoft has to follow suit and just have some... I mean, PlayStation's conference they held wasn't all that impressive. I mean, they didn't really tell you anything other than what the pop box is probably going to be and that there is one coming, but you don't know exactly when. So I don't see how that holds Microsoft up to a standard that they have to tell you anything.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying that they need to reveal what they're doing soon. They need to, because I can wait for the Xbox. I mean, if they want to release it, the details sometime in May, so be it. But you're talking about Joe Public, the people who are saying no pre-owned games, I'm not buying it. I mean, Microsoft,
Joe Public's not following any of this, though. They're not paying any attention.
I think they are. And besides, I think Microsoft have already made their minds up with regards to this pre-owned thing. Just suppose, okay, that the person who would buy the pre-owned console, or the console, and just buy nothing but pre-owned games, Microsoft doesn't care about that person. They're not making any money off them. That's what's going to happen. I just think at the moment they've got everything to lose, and they need to knock people's socks off and be very honest about what the system is as soon as possible. And this isn't me. I mean, I'll go wherever the games are. I'm multi-platform. I'm really going to give two shits. But you're talking about if they're basically going to maintain their brand loyalty and maintain their user base, especially in the United States, they need to play this very, very coyly and very, very sharply, because they have everything to lose. And it could happen.
Honestly, though, I think the sort of people that buy used games, it's us sort of lot. Like the others, like sort of your Call of Duty and FIFA lot. If they might buy the occasional pre-owned game because the box art looks good and the bit on the back looks good, but otherwise they're not going to be too bothered. They will just buy their Call of Duties and their FIFAs and their Maddens like they do every year. It'll be us lot that would generally sort of put a bit of a dent in us, but we're going to still be playing the games anyway because
we're the hardcore gamer.
Yeah, and we'll still buy the games, but we'll buy them at full price, brand new instead. So, from my perspective, they're not going to really lose that much.
Yeah, I have a friend who plays video games, not real often, but we were at dinner the other day, and he has an Xbox, and he was like, "Oh, there's a new Xbox coming out? I didn't even know that." All they know is that one's coming, and they want it. That's it. Mm-hmm. They don't know anything else about it. They don't know what it does. They don't know what it doesn't do. They don't know what they have to do to use it. None of that stuff matters. That only matters to the hardcore of the hardcore that are listening to this podcast that care. And Microsoft knows that eventually, even if you guys do buy a PS4 instead, you're eventually going to buy the Xbox. Also.
Oh, yeah. Well, we are probably also the best advocates from word of mouth. We will talk Xbox. We will talk Xbox with anyone or any other gaming console. You're at work, someone go, "What are you playing at the moment?" "Oh, I've got this new system." You'll talk about it. We are the Xbox. We are the people. We are the free walking advertising, and they need us on board. I believe they do. And which is all speculation as usual. But we need to make sure. Xbox needs to make sure. Microsoft needs to make sure that they keep. They hit a home run come May. They need
Yeah,
to.
but I think they know they've already got us on board, because as much as we moan about this, every single one of us will be getting a new Xbox.
Oh yeah, I'm not necessarily moaning about it. I'm talking in a speculative. I mean, I think Microsoft has got a hot potato at the moment, and the problem is they don't realise it, and they could drop it.
And the other thing is, Dan, is you're paying for the Xbox Live service. Well, the PS4 is going to offer everything the Xbox Live service does, but without the cost. And if you're a PlayStation Plus member, you know, at the moment, you're getting loads of free games, essentially.
Well, they're not free.
How can you say all these things with 100% definity? You can't know any of these things. Nobody has said anything. You don't know PlayStation Plus is going to be, or PlayStation Online is going to be free. You have no idea. Neither do I.
That's true. We don't know, but we do know that PlayStation Plus is going to be part of the strategy and the platform. How they do it, whether or not PlayStation Plus enables you to stream games, because they were talking about a streaming service, we don't know. We'll wait and see. But at the moment, it does seem a lot more tantalising towards the hardcore gamer.
My opinion is the longer Microsoft waits, which is what they're doing, they decide after Sony's press conference that they could wait a little bit longer. Even if any press is good press, even if it's negative press, people are talking about the Xbox still. Editorials are not being written about the PlayStation 4 and what it is and what it's going to do. They're writing editorials bitching about the Xbox. What if Xbox comes out and says, all this shit's not true? They're going to win tons of people over instantly. I mean,
They might do. I hope they do.
And because we're talking about like people like your friends now hearing about it, and they honestly they know there's a new Xbox coming out. They don't know all this negative stuff that isn't necessarily true or is true, and they're getting excited and ready to buy one. So sort of, it works.
I don't know. I don't think any of you are wrong, and I don't think I am right. But I think any press is good press, and even if it's negative and it's pissing all of us off, it's still good for them.
There we go.
Very true. Very true.
Yes. Can we talk conspiracy theory real quick?
Go on.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
A lot of us were speculating that Microsoft might have been testing something during their outage. It was the only outage since it's been years, right? Since
December 08's what I was like.
So massive outage, got huge coverage, a lot of speculation that they were testing something. It also happened on a very high-profile weekend because Call of Duty's DLC that everybody's been waiting for is about to come out. It was double XP. Peebs said in party chat something quite poignant, which is, if you're going to test something, why do it at the height of peak traffic hours when everybody's going to be pissed off? I think that this could have been a calculated move, because I have no doubt that the new Xbox is going to be an always-on system, and by hitting a switch and turning it off, they've just shown you, hey, this isn't something new, we're already here. Boom. So it's made me, the outage yesterday, even though I wasn't affected by it, has made me reconsider the consequences of having an always-on system. Guys, we're already here.
Well, since the 360's come out, you've been there, because in essence, the Xbox 360 is just a pile of shit without the internet, because you do everything online. You know, you play online games, you're talking to your friends in party chat all the time. You need to be online to play on your Xbox now.
Yes, but people didn't realize that until suddenly they couldn't be online. And then they realized, hey, what am I going to do? Am I going to go outside? Am I going to jump to my PS3? We said, people on Twitter saying, "Oh, I'm on my Vita now because this is offline," or "I'm on my
it made
PS3."
me laugh because some people were on Twitter saying, "Oh, I can't play like BioShock," and I said, "Well, why not? You can play it offline." "Oh, I've saved my saves to the cloud." I was like, really? Who does that? Cloud.
Who does that? You're right. Never trust the cloud.
Never trust the cloud with your game saves. Always put them on a USB stick.
Interesting. Well, should we get Companion Cube on the case? He's got a conspiracy theory. He's got lots. What do you reckon?
Was it a false flag?
It's the same
conspiracy.
people behind 9/11.
Yeah, it was.
Shut down
Definitely.
Xbox Live.
Anyway, let's talk about new games. Was there any new games this week?
Good question. Oh, there was. I got one for the Vita.
Ooh,
Guacamelee.
was that some Mexican shit?
Well, it's Mexican. It's Mexican, but it's not shit.
Oh, okay.
It's
Sounds
cross-buy.
delicious.
It is guacamole. It punches you in the face. What it is, you're a luchador. No, you're a typical Mexican chap, and you get killed. It's a platformer, indie game. Played it in Res the last year, so I was quite interested with it when I saw it was coming out for the PS3 and Vita. And you're a dude, Mexican chap, who gets murdered by this demon. You're trying to save your village, and you go to the afterworld. And then you come back after putting a luchador's mask on, and you become this fabled Mexican superstar wrestler. And you basically go round as a platformer and beating shit out of the undead, solving puzzles and getting power-ups. It's really cool. It's got a really, really nice mechanic on it. You slip between the afterworld and the real world. It's got a really, really nice stylized, kind of cartoony graphic. I really like it. It's was it $7.99 with PS Plus at the moment on PSN?
Nice.
If you get that, you also get the PS3 version, which the PS3 version I found out today is actually co-op as well, online co-op. So, but the Vita version sadly isn't. But I don't think there's a demo. But have a look.
That
on
makes
YouTube.
it a bit silly because you can party chat on the Vita, but not on the PlayStation.
I know. It's a bit weird, isn't it? What kind of planet are we living in?
I know.
I do like it. Been playing it quite a bit today. Good old game. Nice.
Nice. Nice and nice.
Yes.
Cool. Well, the only other game I've been playing this week is Defiance.
God.
Been putting in loads
Defiant.
of hours. I think I've done about, according to my Raptor, probably about 36, 37 hours now. Absolutely loving it. Still playing it online with Sensei Switch and Cold 360. Just doing some missions. The TV show launches on Tuesday, I think. Either Monday or Tuesday in the UK. I'm pretty sure it's Tuesday at 9 o'clock. But I could be wrong, like I am with many things. I'm really looking forward to it. The game's proven to be very, very fun. And, watch out in the next week or so. All us hardcore Defiance players are going to be doing a Defiance special podcast.
Defiance.
So that story really needs a lot of people discussing it then, does it?
What's that, Clarky?
I said, does the story of that game need in-depth discussion?
Oh, yes. It does actually have a pretty awesome story once you actually put 30 or 40 hours into it.
That's the most absurd thing I've ever heard.
What was Headcase saying earlier? That the reviewers weren't going to put a review out till they'd played 130 hours of it?
Yeah, some had 100, some had 130 that they wanted before they put, because apparently the story, doing interviews with the developers, the story unwraps so slowly that you couldn't get a real feel for what the game all entails until you really dedicated some time into it.
It just shows how important is the story in a game, because first impressions are going to count, which the first impressions on this game aren't great, I don't think. And we've gone over this in previous podcasts. How long do you give a game before you expect it for it to get good?
It's an MMO. You could be on it for years before a story appears.
Who wants to do that?
That's why they've stretched it out.
If it's an MMO, fine, and that's what you guys like about it. Why don't you play a better MMO? Why are you playing this MMO?
I'm actually waiting for the Final Fantasy XIV A Realm Reborn beta, which will be coming out on the PS3 soon, and you will lose me to that.
Okay, well, why aren't you playing Guild Wars?
Shit.
What?
The thing
How
is,
can Guild Wars be shit, and this is worth the fuck?
The thing with Defiance is it's a third-person shooter, which reminds me a lot of Gears of War, but it's an MMO.
You hate Gears of War.
Nothing like Gears of
I
War.
I like Gears of War 3.
The cover system, well, there isn't no cover system in this.
No, it's just run around and shoot shit.
It's
And
awesome.
I mean,
That's
he's
every
going to
game.
play Defiance, and he's only going to play
Poor man's Borderlands.
then
Borderlands
why
is shit
isn't
compared to
Phoenix
this.
playing the Star Wars MMO? And yes, Borderlands is better than this game in all respects.
You can't even compare them at all.
How? Why? Why can't
why
you
not?
compare
Because
them,
this is an
please?
MMO and Borderlands isn't. And Borderlands
Who
is
gives a
first-person
fuck?
shooter and this isn't.
All you can have in a party in this game is 4 people. 4 people. That's
well,
it.
no, actually, you can group up with 4 people,
Okay.
but then you can still go and do missions with, say, 50 people.
Okay.
Yeah, because-
But you're only in a group with 4 people.
Yeah, but if you're on a clan, you can all meet up. You know, I've done missions with over 100 people.
Yeah.
And how many of those 100 people did you? How would it even matter if those weren't just controlled by the computer? It doesn't matter in any way. You're
can
not
wave at each other
communicating
and
with them
stuff.
in any
It's
way.
awesome.
You're not doing anything.
Oh, you are doing
Anything.
something. Jared, you are doing something. After you beat up a giant dude, you'll go up to the dude and you jump up and down in the air.
It's awesome.
Or you do what I was doing, and I was squatting on the ground as if I was teabagging to grass.
Well, you'll be pleased to know, Webby, I've picked this up today because of the hype that you've given this game. And to be
Everybody
fair,
else.
yeah, it's got its knockers, but also got its people who are bigging it up. There's quite a few people. I think Carl. I'm surprised you've not got Carl 360 on here.
Oh, he's
this
joining me
week.
on the Defiant Special podcast.
Well, yeah.
Where's
you're
your
rolling
Walking
out
Dead
all your
shill
crows.
this week?
Well, I did say to Webby in the week. I said, "Who are we getting on from
No,
the community
actually,
this
Peebs,
week?" No,
so
we're not.
Peebs announced on the podcast last week, if anybody wants to back me up, feel free to come on. And we even gave out the email address. No emails, Peebs.
I'm putting out there now. This is an official statement. Contact me on Xbox or on Twitter, or put it in the on the Facebook page. If you want to come on next week, Webby will let you on, and but only if you're gonna big up The Walking Dead.
Guarantee you won't get anyone.
Your children are not valid people. Get on with it. Say it's good or you're grounded.
Got someone in mind, and I was actually searching him this afternoon, but he wasn't online. So because he messaged me a little while back that he was enjoying it. So if I can get him, I'll try and get hold of him this week. But anyone else, feel free.
It's the
You wanna be
first-person
famous?
shooter Walking Dead, not the other one.
Yeah, the one
Yeah,
that's
the
shit.
shit one.
The one that's got better graphics than Defiance.
Thank you.
That is actually arguable. But it's like I said to Trip in Party Chat during the week, I can play 30 or 40 hours of Defiance and every other game I play after it looks really good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But-
that keeps on giving.
But it's not, as we say, it's not always about the graphics.
What
No.
is it
You
then?
search
Please,
Walking Dead.
somebody
It's just really
explain
addictive. It's
it
just really...
to me.
Oh, Trip, I think I've got it, Dan. It's bad graphics, average third-person shooter,
Yeah.
grindy MMO elements,
Yeah.
a story that takes 40 hours to get going. Sounds fantastic. I'm going to go purchase it now.
What? I don't understand. I'm so fucking lost. My brain is melting over this. That is like me saying my favorite movie is Rookie of the Year. I mean, I just don't understand.
Because you're not an MMO person, obviously.
That is some person's favourite movie, don't you know?
Ugh.
I don't know, it just has all that MMO, you know, that MMO pull to it. Because the thing is, whenever I go online, there's always other people on my friends list playing it who I'll just jump in and game with. And I think in the US community, you're having that problem because not many Yanks are on it.
Yeah, I mean, like...
Because we don't
I'm
fart in front of people and we have good taste, apparently.
about to
When
start
are they
farting in
patching
front
it
of
so we can play with the
Mhm.
Yanks?
That's what I'm waiting for.
Yeah.
people. Hopefully
Um,
soon.
Well, I know Josh was saying in Party Chat before we came on about there's some missions within the game that you're supposed to play before the TV series comes on.
Yep.
If you look in the legend, they're the star objectives on the map. When he asked if I had any, I didn't, but I have come across them since. So, and I'm only sort of a level 50. I'm only a couple of missions in, but they have appeared now. And I went to one, and it was like because the pink objects are other people online, are they not?
Yes.
On your map?
Purple objects, yeah.
Yeah, well, I went to my first episode objective mission that you're supposed to do before the series starts, if you like, and there must have been 100 pink dots all fighting this big monster thing. I'm guessing you've done that, Webby.
Oh yeah, you can do them all the time.
Oh, you do them all the time, do you? I'll tell you what game this reminds me of. It reminds me of Crackdown. Is it to anyone else?
A little bit. Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's got all the Borderlands sort of style to it, but just, I don't know, the graphics and the mutants and the jumping around, everyone's just jumping around, it's just like Crackdown, and that was
You need
shite.
to play Crackdown again.
Oh, I loved Crackdown, man.
Looked a hell of a lot better than that game does.
The first Crackdown was good. The second was shite.
I can't get into either of them, but I mean, that's like I say, I'm still early, and I'm going to give it. First impressions are average, but I've not really. I mean, Carl was in earlier, who showed me a few little things, so I'll hopefully this week get on with more of the guys and see what happens from there. See if I can get into it.
Okay, then I have a question. If The Walking Dead was a 5 out of 10, and it was average, what's Defiance?
Well, Walking Dead's a 2 out of 10 for me.
Ooh.
It wasn't for Peeps.
And it's my view that counts on this podcast. We all know that.
Exactly.
At the minute, I would say it's probably about the same. It's a 5 at the minute.
Blasphemy.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still very early in the game, and I can't play with grouped up, coordinated people like you guys can. I had an experience yesterday where I came across a bunch of people that were getting their asses kicked, and I was able to jump in and revive them, and we had a good old time. And then they're sending me friend requests, and stuff like that just happens spontaneously. I can see how it'd be really good, this sort of co-op partnership, and everybody going for one goal and working together, that type of stuff. But I mean, the game objectively is, by today's standards, every mechanic, from the look, the feel, the sound, everything, it's outdated. It's shit. It's crap. But as I said, it may be a lot of fun. I got to put more time into it and see, how much fun it provides, even though, you're playing something a bit outdated.
Well, I had this long conversation on Twitter earlier this week. I don't know if anybody else saw it.
Oh, I was in party chat with Carl during this. It was hilarious.
I'm not going to pick on Carl, but I mean, I have since got there's some community person that works with that game that's now following me, apparently because I slacked it off so much. Then I got in about 4 arguments with just random-ass people for using the fucking hashtag. There's some kind of geek vile out there that's like, if you say anything about this game, they want to come eat your fucking lunch. It's unbelievable. Like, I don't get it.
Now you know how I feel.
It comes down to me. It's just... Some gamers are just addicted gamers. Like, they don't care what they're playing. They just want to play a game. And I was speaking to somebody else in the community about this. They asked me, if I turn on my Xbox and I can't play the game that I want to play right then, I don't play video games. I go do something else. I think some people can just play anything. It doesn't matter, as long as they're
looking at
playing.
No, I mean, I do agree. I think some people just want a controller in their hand. They want to turn their mind off and engage in video games. And I'm like you, Jared. I can't do it. If I'm not in the mood, if I can't play the game I'm in the mood to play, I turn it off. I go do something else.
So I suppose I get the MMO thing. I get it. Like, I understand what people are finding attractive about it. I just don't think anybody can say this is a good game. Because it's just not.
It is!
Nobody's going to change my mind on that. It's impossible to do so. Because it's not a good game. There's not a single mechanic in that game that you'd be like, that is game of the year. None of them.
Oh, no, it's not game of the year, but I don't know. For me, it's something that's been missing for me, because I used to play a lot of MMOs many years ago, and I've always wanted to see an MMO on the console, and the only one I've played on the console was Final Fantasy XI, which I played for years, and that just scratches that itch for me.
I don't know. I I might see it eventually then. I mean, it's like when I got an Xbox 360. I had the same experiences like Peeves has said before. It was hard for me to adjust to even putting a headset on and talking to people while I play video games. Like, I thought it was kind of cool and nostalgic at first, but now it's become intricate. Like, I don't like playing unless I can talk to people that I want to talk to. But it's just, I suppose, like, I would be higher on this game if there was at least, like, proximity chat, where if I walked up to a character, you could talk to them. And I understand that, like, there can be 50 people in proximity, so that would have to be difficult, but I don't understand it. I don't.
You sound defeated.
Apparently I am. I mean, so many people like this goddamn game. I can't say that I'm definitively correct, but
I just think there's something unique about an MMO that is actually skill-based, right? Like every other MMO, Star Wars, WoW, all that shit that's popular, it's waiting for refreshes, clicking a button, and then your character does the action, and it's not skill-based. They're either going to hit them or they're not, based on a dice roll. This one is actually, can you aim your gun? Did you put your skills in the right thing? You're actually controlling your character where he goes. You're doing everything. And the dice rolls are basically in each bullet that you shoot. That's the unique thing about this game, is that it's an actual skill-based MMO, which is quite rare.
Yeah, to me there's just no satisfaction in the shooting, though. I mean, you can be sniping with a sniper rifle, shooting somebody in the head, and it's not any more powerful than just running up to him with a shotgun and being like 20 feet away. I just, like I said, yes, I'm defeated. I mean, apparently everybody in the community loves this goddamn game.
I don't.
I am just never going to understand it, which is perfectly fine.
I've been playing it a little bit. I played it shortly after last week's podcast. I haven't put it in since. I have no urge to play it. When I play it, I think a bit of MMOs. I don't like the aesthetic. The TV show I probably never will watch. It's a waste of my time and money. I might as well just go and trade it.
Fine.
Webby, big it up. Big it up. You gotta leave it. You gotta leave it on.
No, I'm saving it for the Defiant special. All I'm saying is I'm enjoying it. Many people in the community are enjoying it, and I just can't wait for them to sort out the servers so US and UK people can play together.
Well, I'll leave it on a positive note. I am glad everybody's enjoying what they're doing, because that's all that really matters at the end of the day.
Mm.
And talking about not enjoying, well, I've played some more Dark Souls this week. And I died. A lot. I didn't play it for long, played it for a few hours, done some leveling. Brady Boy was helping me out. And I joined a new covenant from some weird cat. And then I went and faced some big boss, which was a giant wolf with a sword in its mouth. And it killed me in one hit. So
have you beaten it yet?
No. So after that, I turned off my Xbox and sat in an angry mood for a while, then played some more Defiance.
Big sulk.
Yeah.
Has it got your appetite back for it, though? Because that's what happened to me. Once I put it back on, I hadn't played it for like a year, and then I put it back on, and then I couldn't put it down. Has your appetite
has
back
a little
for
bit,
it?
but the thing is, though, is there's always something else to play, and it's hard to dedicate time to
No, Webby,
Dark
there
Souls.
isn't. What games are out at the minute? It's a dry spell. There's hardly anything to play.
I've got 8 games on my PS Vita to play.
Oh, I'm on about proper
I've got to
decent
do
games.
Army of Two with you, which
You
is...
snob, Pete.
Oh,
You absolute snob.
What else? I don't know. I can't remember off the top of my head. But yeah, there's just a lot to play at the minute.
Well, I mean, there's tons of great games out there. It's just most of us have already played them. I mean,
True.
I have got nothing. The only game I had on my rental list was Defiance, and because I've purchased it today, I've had to take off my rental list. So I've got nothing on my rental list till
Why didn't you wait then?
Heroes Justice, whatever it is, game coming out? That's the next thing on my rental list. And when's that come out? In 2 weeks' time?
Mm-hmm.
Or was it this week?
What? Doesn't Grid come out really soon?
Yes,
Grid 2.
looks amazing.
I think it's a few weeks also.
Yeah.
Something
Something that comes out on Tuesday, which I'm so excited for. It's unreal. Forza Horizon, the 1000 Club. a trailer was leaked on the internet yesterday. Comes out on Tuesday. It's a free download, and it's going to add 1,000 more challenges to your single-player campaign. Awesome!
Oh, God.
So I'm going to be on it like a carb on it.
So will Dan.
Oh, it's gonna be so
I've already sold it. It's gone.
Made money on it. My impression of Forza Horizon improved when it made me a profit.
nice.
I lost £6 on that game in total, and 14 hours done.
I paid
Sold.
$15 for it, and I got $35.
What?
Oh, there we go.
How the hell did you only pay $15 for it?
The Microsoft store had a sale around Christmas.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That's all right, isn't it?
Should have bought a ton
Hell
of them,
yeah,
mate.
great game.
But yeah, I mean, I think that's great. I mean, I actually put it back on today and played it a little bit, and it's still as amazing as ever. So,
And it's leaked that Forza 5 will be coming out at the new Xbox launch.
yeah, it's going to be.
But all you PS4 players won't be able to play it.
Yeah, well,
We're just going to play Drive Club instead. How's that?
sorry.
Drive Club. That's the PS4 racing game.
Yeah, is that the worst name for a game ever? Or
It is. They had it trademarked for years. It's hilarious, isn't it? They go, "Can we have that one? It's great. It's great." I think someone will have to tap him on the shoulder and tell him it's shit.
Sweet.
Sounds like a car version of PS Home.
Come, pull up to the side, play some Babyfoot.
Yeah.
PS Home's awesome, man. You can play Texas Hold'em Poker on it for free now.
I walked into a PS Home once, and I walked out again 15 minutes later feeling soiled.
Oh dear.
It was
Test Drive
awful.
Unlimited is the car version of PS Home.
Yeah.
Test Drive Unlimited, I actually don't. But I went on to Raptor and I looked at how many hours I put into that. Oh my god, done about 40 or 50 hours on that game. Amazing.
Did you see
Was that a loading screen?
Well, about 20 hours of it was, yeah.
this week that they closed that studio and everybody's been shit canned?
Sad face.
How sad.
It is sad.
It is
No,
indeed.
surely not.
Anyway, that's all I've played this week. So Dan, what have you been playing?
I've been playing a bit. I finally purchased the full price Battle Block Theatre,
Ooh.
and I have to say, if you've been in party chat with me when I've been playing this, and I've been sniggering like a schoolboy after farting too much, this game is awesome. I have been online playing with randoms, playing what could be best described as capture the flag using a 2 versus 2 2D puzzle kind of mechanic, and giggling at my head off as I'm throwing frisbees at people's faces and they blow up. It is a very puerile, brilliantly realised, drawn game. Download the demo, give it a go. The best thing about this is that you can completely customise your character. My dude currently looks like a bearded hobo. He's got a giant beard and a bald head. He probably looks like Robbie's username in a few years after all his dreadlocks fall out. It's really, really fun that you can trade kind of faces and you can go to trading posts during games. So if you really need a certain type of head, you can trade it with people. Tons of unlocks. I've hardly scratched the surface, to be honest with you. There's so many different types of online co-op. Single player is it's okay. I mean, you can play it on your own and complete the levels. It's pretty basic, but it really comes into its own once you start going online and even just going up to people and slapping them so they fall in the lava or get electrocuted. Even your own teammate, you can slap them about a bit for shits and giggles. Really good fun, and I really want to play online with some people from the community. I really do.
I almost bought that yesterday. In fact, I would own it right now if Xbox Live wouldn't have went down. So I will unlock it this afternoon and play it with you.
Excellent.
Yeah, I own it, bought it, fully intended to have like a full-player co-op session Tuesday night, but something came up and we didn't get around to it, and still not managed to play it yet. But I'm looking forward to really playing it because like everything I've seen of it, it just looks like just pure sort of fun, and I can't wait to get on it.
I've been online trying to find the soundtrack as well because it's got that kind of infectious kind of. A lot of indie games, bless them, they've got amazing soundtracks. They go to all these composers. Like the guy who did the Fez soundtrack, Disaster Piece. I own that soundtrack. I paid about $4 for it at Bandcamp. It's fantastic.
And
the guy did
FTL
Minecraft
soundtrack I bought.
Yeah,
Like
the guy did Minecraft as well.
Music for that.
I bought his new album. It's got nothing to do with Minecraft, and I bought it, and it's amazing. So I'm finding a lot of alternative acts through these indie games, or these indie studios. So yeah, hit me up if you see me online or whatever. BattleBot Theatre, it's good, really is good.
Cool.
Other stuff. Blops 2 did some of the 2 XP weekends. I finally played Nuketown 2025. I've never played it before, and for some reason I had the time of my life on it. It was hilarious. It was just I played a bit of Kill Confirmed on it, and I was getting quite high up, and it was just a complete and utter shitstorm. People were dying left, right, and centre. I was running around like a lunatic, grabbing tags, getting me score up, putting down sentinels or guardians, and then I had great fun.
So I played that for the first time as well today and had the total opposite experience.
Yeah,
I was getting killed constantly. I was like, I'll kill someone and run and get attacks and die. I was just like,
element of surprise, young Clarky.
Well, Clarky, the opposite was true for me and Headcase when Xbox Live was down. We were having a great time on Battlefield 3 with
and I was suffering having to listen to Headcase's cheesy music.
Oh yeah, and Headcase live streamed it, and it was awesome.
Yeah, I know. You kept tweeting me about it and everything.
You sound bitter, Clarky. Little bit.
He's reminded me up last night.
I know. I might on top of BattleBot Theatre tonight. I'll do some. I probably might play some Blops as well. I'm on holiday now, so I'm allowed to.
Yay!
Also, holiday. After last week's podcast, me and Colin did some Super Street Fighter 4. We had a good hour session, and then, lo and behold, Hurricane shows up. And good luck to him. I'm not sure if he's currently in a tournament or not. It may have happened already, I don't know. But he was entering a Street Fighter 4 tournament during the week. And he was supposed to let us know the name of it so we can maybe look him up online. I don't know. But either which way, good luck, or I hope you done well, dude. You know. But he was showboating like a bastard, kicking our asses. I got one round at him. All the time we played him, one bloody round, and I celebrated.
What was the score like between you and Colin?
Colin's very proficient. He rotates between the same 4 characters. He's got them down nailed. Although, I tend to fluctuate between 10 or 12 characters. I've got a very good Chun-Li, which I don't really use that often, and a very good Blanca and Guile. And Colin shits himself when I dig out my Ryu. I don't know what it is. He just doesn't like it. He gets all off guard, and that's when I usually get my most wins against Colin. But Colin, fair play, he does tend to win more against me. But I do think Colin needs to experiment a little bit and break out with some of the other alternative characters. Maybe do some charge characters. I don't know. It's his game plan. It's up to him how he does it. But I do enjoy Street Fighter, and it's one of the joys in life, sitting in endless battle and party chat, bitch slapping and trash talking each other.
I think I would enjoy Street Fighter if I was any good at it, but...
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it takes a while. You need... all my skills are engraved since I was a kid, so it's kind of... I know rough charge moves and obviously circular moves. They're it's like a different language, it is. Once you learn that, you become fluent in it, it's easy. Or easier. Before Peeps falls asleep, PS3... Webby, you have to play this game. Yeah. Everyone else on PS Plus, you have to play Akami HD.
I've downloaded it, but I've not played it yet.
Oh man, it's an old Wii / PS2 game, but they've judged up the graphics to HD standard.
Talk to me.
It looks amazing. You're a dog, a god dog. I did say you're a god who looks like a dog. Yeah.
Doesn't have something to do with Japanese painting or something?
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about someone's mum.
Hey, easy. I played this with the Move, so I have a Move. It works really? Much like the Wii Remote does, although the Wii Remote has a irritating wire between the nunchuck and the remote itself. But because it's all wireless, I was holding a PS3 controller and using the left hand thumbstick as my movement control, and on the other hand, I had the Move where I was doing the attack moves, as well as
your moves again.
My moves, yeah. My moves. And there's a button which you hit, and you have the facility of, much like you do like a Zelda,
You have like a function whereby you can press this paint button, and it brings up this like blank canvas, which the environment you're looking at, it comes up in like a pencil-driven form. And then you kind of like just paint areas to make things appear. Or you could do a slash to attack enemies. Or you can look at constellations in the sky and click on, paint the paintbrush and click on a star to make constellations appear.
So what type of game is this then? Because I'm confused.
It's like a Zelda game.
Oh, I like Zelda.
It's like Zelda. Easiest comparison, and it wouldn't work on Xbox because you need to have, it hasn't got that facility on it, unless they come up with a clever way of using Kinect.
So do you need a Move controller for this game?
No, you don't.
Oh, good.
Although I haven't tried it without the Move controller. Maybe I should have. I was too excited. I actually get to use my Move. The ball lit up to a nice kind of, what colour was it? It was white. So, yeah. Did enjoy that. I played about 2-3 hours non-stop, happy as a pig in shit. Brilliant. Nice. Superb game. Superb. I also own the Akami Den on the 3DS, and that very similar, apart from you play a younger god dog, and instead of using the move, you use your stylus to draw shit. Excellent.
Awesome.
What about on Vita? Is Okami on Vita?
It isn't, no, unfortunately.
No.
But it's on PS3, which if you've got a PS3 and PS Plus, it's about it's a hefty 6 gig download. So essentially, it is a full price game. I think it was released full price in Japan on disc. It's download only over here though. So get to it, guys. Just give it a go. Even if you got PS Plus, just put it in your download queue, save it for later. Job done.
Epic.
I also, for the first time ever, played the opening 2 hours of God of War 3 straight after Akami, and I thought I better go to bed soon. Early start and all that. Oh, I haven't put this on. I've had this on my pile of shame for a couple of months or so, and I put it in. Fucking
it's awesome.
I cannot believe my jaw was on the floor. I was like, this is on the PS3.
Dude, when you begin the game and you're climbing up that mountain and you realise it's a big dude.
Yeah,
and you're like the size, you're like an oomph of his fingernail. It is absolutely amazing.
Yeah, as I said, the opening sequence, you are doing an assault on Mount Olympus with a fuck ton of titans in tow. Epic. It's the kind of shit that Hollywood comes up with, but it would be a shit movie. But this was amazing, unbelievable. So, my jaw is on the floor with that one. I need to go back and finish it, and then I might go into God of War Ascension, which I haven't heard. I've heard isn't that good, but. Oh, bloody hell. You got to give it a go if you haven't already.
Well, I heard bad things from Headcase's friends at Rebel FM. They're being all PC about that apparently you beat the shit out of a woman in it.
You do that in some other games, don't you?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't listen to Rebel FM, so I don't know. It's either which way. I mean, I haven't played it, so I can't comment, but the thing about God of War, it's all very macho. It's all very kind of, dare I say, homoerotic. So I don't know. It's just one of those things. It's we've talked about this before. A lot of perceptions in media, what they talk about. I really couldn't give a shit. I'm playing a video game. Done.
Kratos has some Stella and beats up some women. Apparently
does. Does he wear a wife beater like a little vest? Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Then, on to the Vita. I've already talked to Guacamelee. Virtual's Last Stand on the PlayStation Plus. Download it now.
What is that? Because I've downloaded it, but I watched a little video of it, and it just seemed like point-and-clicky type thing.
Mm-hmm. It is, the best way to describe it, it is a mix between the Saw movies and Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney.
Awesome.
It's very Japanese. But I was playing it on the way home from work today on the train, and I was playing it in Pirate Chat earlier, and I solved the puzzle by making cocktails. Awesome. It's very Japanese. At the moment, I like it. It's a nice, refreshing change, and I do like the Ace Attorney games. So, if it's PlayStation Plus, give that a go. Of course, we've talked about Wipeout 2048, some more PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale. I did the PS3 version as well. So there's some extra trophies on that. And lastly, 3DS.
my copy of Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate arrived.
Talk to me, Dan. Should I buy this on the Wii U?
Well, I played about 2-3 hours of it.
It's Nintendo's Defiance.
Well, it's Capcom's Defiance. I am seeing this as my time sink game. I've played 2-3 hours into it, and it's very slow starting at first. It kind of eases you in, grabs you by the hand, and you slowly start realising that a big chunky sword is probably not the best way to go early on. So now I'm just rocking a nice simple sword and shield combo. You start off as a hunter who he's set off in a village, and there's just been a tsunami or a monster attack, and you just start going off doing little missions, it's like fetch quests or hunt quests. You go and kill a certain amount of, monsters, and at the first, all the monsters are quite docile. You run up to like a equivalent to a load of stegosauruses, and you butcher them like a bastard, and you dig them, so you cut them full of meat, and you do that kind of thing, and then slowly but surely you start coming across sharks. And then, I was cruising. I thought, this is a piece of piss. Then I got to a great big lake, and I came across this giant monster which kicked the shit out of me. And I went, whoa! And the problem with the 3DS is that, as I said before, because I was underwater, I need twin thumbsticks. And I will be getting a Circle Pad Pro at some point, because it needs it. Underwater, controlling it with the one thumbstick and the lower screen is a bitch. It's probably not an issue on the Wii U. You probably manage quite comfortably with that. But all of a sudden, it's kind of turned into that kind of Dark Souls kind of grab, whereby I know I could beat this dude, but I need to do a bit of leveling first. So off you go. I'm going to go off now and do some more quests, get myself dudes leveled up, get me weapons leveled up, and that kind of thing. There's no really real story. It is a time sink game. As Switch said last week, it's time sink.
Not for me.
Not for you. I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying the fact that I'm having fun. It's my, as I said, it's more appealing at the moment than Defiance. Yes, I've had about 3-4 hours into it at the moment, and it's got its own charm on it, and I've got a feeling it's going to open up very soon. As soon as my dude starts getting some proper armour, and I start being brave enough to take my dude online to assist people with hunting. But at the moment, he looks like a Power Ranger on holiday, but without the mask. And it's just, I will report back.
I think I'm going to go with Lego City Undercover. Nobody's played that, so I think I want to give that a try.
Sounds like a good choice, that. And finally, I played the shittest game I've ever played on my 3DS or my DS, and that's Rainbow Island Revolution. It looks like Rainbow Islands. You remember them? Sequel to Bubble Bobble. Yeah. You look at it, you go, this is like Rainbow Islands, excellent. And then you realise it doesn't control like Rainbow Islands. You have to use the fucking stylus to draw rainbows.
What?
And then you use the thumbstick to direct Bubble Bob around in a bubble. And I was like, this isn't Rainbow Islands. It's not. So £8, I could have spent it on a couple of pints and maybe a bag of ball scratches. But, nah.
You made the right decision then. Rainbow Island.
Anything but pork scratchings.
Yeah. Anyway, that's it.
Awesome. Trip.
Like Pete said, we're in a bit of a lull for those of us that have finished everything. All I've really been playing is 3 games this week, and not a whole lot of any of them. Like I said last week, I was back into XCOM again. Gonna pick that up on the iPad when that comes to iPad. Really enjoying playing it again. Lord of Letterbox and I have been playing a lot of Borderlands 2 Ultimate Vault Hunter mode, and wow, that Gearbox was not kidding. The game was not intended to have characters this high of level as they get to be on that side. We spent probably an hour and a half Tuesday night playing one boss, and then Wednesday night probably spent another hour and a half playing another boss on Torque's campaign of Carnage or whatever it is, and it's just punishing. I mean, you almost have to find ways to cheat your way through the boss, and I don't see any way that you could do it playing solo. So if anybody wants help on the Ultimate Vault Hunter mode, hit Lord of Letterbox or myself up. I think Heracon's wanting to get into it. I saw Euthanasia tweeted that he wants to get into it. You're going to have to team up, and I would say no more than 2 people, because when you get 4 people together, obviously the characters get even higher levels because there's 4 in the game. So I think pairing up is going to be the best idea. So I don't know if Euthanasia and Heracon want to hook up and do it, or I'm sure Tim and I would help people also. But we've played through the Pirates Booty DLC and the Torque DLC. Now we're on to the Big Game Hunt DLC. And it's definitely proving to be the most difficult out of all the 3. And all of them were fairly difficult. I had over $1 million in currency in that game. I'm down to about $39,000 at this point, just because of the number of times we've died and the amount of ammunition you have to buy constantly to be able to continue. It's definitely a labor of love. We've had fun doing it, but it's Tim is of a much calmer gamer style than myself, so I think we balance each other out somewhat well, or he balances me anyway, because I've been fucking raging while we've been playing this occasionally. It's just a kick in the balls constantly. But so then I wanted something that was enjoyable, that I wanted to play, so I've been playing New Vegas again. Gonna try and pick up all the rest of the achievements I need through the course of this playthrough, so that I've 100%ed Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas, and crossing my fingers that Fallout 4 gets announced here in the next couple months. And that's pretty much all I've been into.
Cool.
So,
Alright then, before we go into head cases, we're just going to have a quick advert break. Please visit us at audible.co.uk/360 to download a free audiobook with over 60,000 titles available, including the whole Game of Thrones series, World War Z, and many, many more. So visit us today at audible.co.uk/360.
Oh, Clarky, give us an audible. Give us an audible ad, Clarky, come on.
Yeah, come on, Clarky. Yawning and all.
Yeah.
Are you tired of reading? When I'm tired of reading, I lay in bed and listen to an Audible podcast book thing.
We need to get more people to sign up to Audible, because I had 7 people sign up last month. That's fucking nothing.
What is the address? I haven't signed up yet.
audible.co.uk/360.
Okay, Clarky, come on, sell it.
Okay. Do you like listening to stuff on your iPod? I do. I listen to Audible books from audible.co.uk/360 for all your book listening needs. Get 1 free book and sign up. You can then continue signing up and paying for books at extortionate rates if you want to. Thank you.
Oh my god, that's like the worst advert ever.
They are ridiculously expensive on there, though, aren't they? Like
Yeah, but
$25.
if you've signed up through that trial thing, you get them cheap.
You get 1 free book, and then that's it, and then they back up to like
then they're like
thing.
$40.
Yeah, but all you got to do is sign up for that 1 free book, download it, cancel your account, and
you
still get the money for the bloody website.
I think I'm going to get the World War Z audio book. That's meant to be really good.
World War Z, Clarky, for fuck's sake.
And a 3, and a 2, and a 1. Okay, guys, we're back, and now it's Headcase's turn to talk about what he has been playing.
Been a busy week. As far as games, we talked about Defiance already. A little bit of Call of Duty, did some streaming, and really excited for the DLC. It's going to be the best time for COD. Although what did you call it, volcanologists? Dan?
Yes, that's it. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So people who study Star Trek, right? Volcanologists?
No, not quite. I do have a degree in environmental science, and I did focus on geomorphology, which included volcanology quite a lot. Okay. And I have to say, the science on the new COD map is fucking ridiculous. But it looks like fun.
Yeah, good fun. Lots of more environmental stuff going to happen. Just crazy shit, awesome environments, and then of course the big thing is going to be the zombies at Alcatraz with all the 80s mob stars. It's going to be awesome.
Do you guys have the season pass?
Yes.
No. Well, if it's good, I will purchase the map separately. It'll be quite fun to get on. But I just want to talk to you, Josh, quickly about because Josh has been streaming from his own personal Twitch channel, when he has the password to the Mojo ones, I don't know why he doesn't use that one.
He's a cunt.
He's obviously promoting himself for a better job or something. The cool stuff that you've been doing, if you go to twitch.tv/Mojo Interactive or /headcase, if you know how to spell it, you're doing some really cool stuff. Customized borders for all the games, rolling credits along the bottom, talking about the latest podcast, and an advert break thing as well. So that stuff's really, really good. I still don't know how you get the time to do all that. I really don't.
You don't sleep waiting for a baby to wake up, basically.
Ah, perfect.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the streaming is complicated. Obviously, I don't do the YouTube stuff, so I'm trying to make all the stuff that people do on YouTube basically do it live as I'm streaming, and a lot of times I don't feel like doing commentary in the evenings or something like that, so I've been trying to stream the podcast to get people that might pop in and they hear the podcast, they might hopefully go to iTunes and download it, give it a try, as they're hearing sections of that and just watching some
just quickly, Josh, I have now figured out, with my latest video editing software I got from Roxio, thanks Roxio, I can now just have a static image on YouTube for a whole podcast. So I'm now going to start putting every podcast onto our YouTube channel, starting from this podcast right now.
Ooh.
And if you want to send me some images to use in the YouTube, you're more than welcome.
Oh, I've got some images to send you.
Hey! And I know Trip was talking about something about Google Plus Hangout thing, but I don't really understand it.
I wasn't able to mess around with this week, so...
I know, who was someone else was telling me about that as well.
Tim
was telling me, yeah, and he tried to explain it to me, and we had a little play on it, and it was just beyond my brain capabilities. So, sorry.
Yeah, the streaming stuff is kind of, well, like I said, I'm trying to do some of the stuff that people do in post-editing. I'm trying to do it all live, so... and the problem is every game you put in changes your settings a bit. So I'm trying to do music in the background, game volume, party chat. You have to have your own separate mic so people can hear your commentary. You have to have stuff going through the TV so people can hear party chat. A lot of irons in the fire at once. And like I said, when you put a different game in, it changes the ball game around completely again. So still just some growing pains with that. Clarky was kind enough to give us feedback yesterday on, the game volume's too loud. I love the 80s music. Could you turn it up? Stuff like that.
Well, I find it really hard to stream the party chat. I really don't understand how to do that. I know you set it up for going through the TV, but it still doesn't come out very loud.
No, and that's all based on how loud you have your capture card turned up. So when you're blasting your capture card really loud to capture party chat, then the game gets really loud, so then you have to go in the actual game menus and turn the game volume down.
Okay.
As well as setting up your voice preferences on Xbox so that the game volume cuts out a little bit whenever anybody speaks. But it's still all dependent, again, on connection. For instance, Illmatic's voice comes through just fine, where your guys in the UK is a little bit quieter because of connection speed. So you still have, just like I said, there's so many variables when you're streaming live. But I'm learning, and then I hope to perhaps make some Mojo YouTube videos on some of the intricacies of things I've learned so far. So we will look for that, and I hope we can help people with that.
Yeah.
Like you said, we played Battlefield and rubbed it in people's faces that they couldn't get on. Can we talk about I know it's old hat for people, especially Dan, who's had a Vita since the beginning of time. But can we talk about the piece of kit so that Peebs will go out and buy one next week?
I don't think Tanya will let him, though.
He's got a secret fund, probably.
Go on, Josh. Talk to me.
Sell it to me.
It's a hard sell, actually.
We sold it to Colin quite easily, didn't we?
So that's about his JRPG, and he went, what?
Yeah, Collie's just a sellout now, man. I've lost all respect for that man.
I don't even know him anymore. I used to think of him as a brother. I don't even know who the hell he is. He's like a dirty second cousin now.
It's because he's moving to Singapore, man. He wants to fit in with the locals, doesn't he?
He's like Randy Quaid in the National Lampoon's Vacation
Yes.
movies.
I hate everything Japanese. A few months later, I'm loving JRPGs.
Gonna start using
Yeah,
green
he's-
tin next.
Oh dear.
But carry on.
The Vita is sexy at times. It's a nice heavy piece of kit. It's got some really good components mixed with some really just, oh my god, I'm going to break this. This is a piece of shit plastic that they've bolted on here. It's the screen is beautiful. The accelerometer and the touch screen and the virtual keyboard and all that stuff they've put in there is top notch. It definitely rivals the iPhones and iPads that we have today. In some cases is better. We've all had the autocorrect and also the bad typing on Twitter and everything that you get with an iPhone. This almost seems to predict a little bit better where your thumb is trying to go. So really like that bit of it. It's disappointed me a little bit in the sense that I wanted this to be an Xbox or a PS3 controller with a screen, so I could hop in and play some shooters and enjoy that. Because I don't play games on iOS screens because I hate virtual thumbsticks, and I tend to hate the games that don't involve that type of manipulation of a character at all. Anyway, so that's disappointed me a bit. This is not This is not a console controller with a screen. But it's really polished user interface. It's the best thing Sony has done in my case, in my opinion. The battery life is a little bit shit when you're actually playing games and engaging, but it will last for years if it's just on sleep. So that's good part of it. The other thing I'll say just about the system in general is that the content as of right now is not. It certainly doesn't have me in mind. Doesn't have the typical American gamer in mind. The content is very retro, very arcade, very puzzly, very Japanese heavy content.
Which is what we love.
Which, if you love that, that's basically what this machine's built for. Because the thumbsticks for me, and Dan, you always talk about how big your hands are. The thumbsticks will give you arthritis in the first 20 minutes if you're playing a twin stick shooter, something, because you have to. Basically, they're at the bottom of the console, and the bumpers are at the top, and so you're really scrunching up your thumbs just to try to use the sticks. You almost have to use it halfway down your thumb to manipulate the thumbsticks.
I kind of hold it in a weird way. I'm actually holding it at the moment because obviously you're talking me through it. I actually hold. How do I balance it? The top of my palm, I rest on the bottom part of the sides, and I kind of hold it in a weird way in the sense that I kind of balance it between two hands and use my thumb to control. But I've kind of like got a knack now. You may, if you watch the video that Webby put up of us, you see how the way I'm doing it. I'm kind of like holding it, but I'm not gripping it.
Yeah.
I'm kind of like balancing it between my two hands. I'm adding a bit of pressure, and that for me works a treat. I've got to the point whereby I can use it quite comfortably without feeling fatigued. But I know what you mean because I had similar problems at first.
So there's some familiarizing with it. I mean, it's
definitely.
It's a unique experience. But so far, I mean, it's got all your smartphone apps that you might want on it. It's got your YouTube and your Twitter, and Peeps could watch his Netflix in bed on it if you wanted to switch over.
We don't have Netflix in the UK on here.
Oh,
I know.
That's stupid.
I know, but there is a way of getting it on the UK console by South American accounts and downloading it, but it involves removing memory cards and arsing around. But if you were to Google it, I'm sure you'll find someone telling you how to do it.
Dude, why do you need to watch Netflix on the Vita when you have an iPad?
Well, I don't have an iPad.
Oh, okay.
Or you have a television in your bedroom.
Yeah, you have a TV.
Exactly. Or an Xbox and a PS3, yeah, both with Netflix pre-downloaded.
Why do you need a toilet when you can just shit in the floor?
Exactly. Or the bin.
Yeah.
We're civilized over here.
Yeah, so I mean, it's cool. I mean, it's got party chat. It's got way to like sort of just text back and forth to each other if you want. All these things.
It's just really cool. Like when you're playing, I feel like I'm playing Xbox because it will say Headcase has just come online, and then I can invite him to party chat, and we can be
Strangely
playing
enough,
different games. It's awesome.
Collie Wally has just popped up online on my Vita.
Ooh, what's he playing?
I don't know if I'll find out. Hold on. It's brilliant. See, I can find out what Collie Wally's playing out in church at the moment. Give me a couple of ticks.
He
Carry
might
on.
come home from church by now.
No, I reckon he's playing online.
So yeah, really dig into the games if you're considering at all buying this. If you want something more than the older, Japanese RPGs and things like that, the modern day titles are really compromised as far as what they can do on this. As far as any game that doesn't need the accuracy of thumbstick we're so used to will excel on this, because there's just getting used to it. A lot of people, when you play a first person shooter, you're strafing and you're aiming at the same time using the sticks in conjunction with each other, and that's very hard to do on a Vita at the moment. Mostly I went ahead and purchased it right now because of the promise of what Sony wants to do with it. And I'm hoping for some more remote play stuff. If in next gen, if they start saying, now you can play all your PS3 games with remote play, I'm all about Heavy Rain on the Vita, man. That's what I'm down for. So I don't know. Do you guys want to say anything else about the actual system itself before I talk about games a little bit?
It's fucking sexy.
Yeah, I'm glad you guys got it, because I was the lunatic on the podcast talking about my Vita every single week. So top stuff, I'd say.
Do you guys miss bumper buttons? I mean, obviously they're using bumpers as triggers, but the extra bumper button is missing, and so you end up doing a lot of D-pad button combination stuff. Yeah,
that's weird. Glad you mentioned that, because if you got PlayStation All Stars, which I've got both PS3 and Vita copies of, the PS3 will use both bumper buttons at the top. But this one, some of the moves actually use touch. You actually touchpad itself. So one of the buttons on the PS3 version is if you want to pick an object, you hit one of the bumper buttons. On the PS3, on the PlayStation Vita version, you actually move your thumb over and you try and touch it. It's a little bit fiddly. Takes a little while to get used to. But suffice to say, it does work.
So can any old PlayStation 3 games be played on it?
No.
I'm going to sound like beating a dead horse, but can I play Fallout 3 or Fallout New Vegas on the Vita?
No. Although I have seen people mod their Vitas, and I've seen people on YouTube play Battlefield 3 using a Vita.
Wow, that's cool.
That's awesome.
But that does require a mod.
Yeah, because right now it looks like there's only 10 games that you can remote play.
Yeah, about that, I'd say.
Yeah, so my hope is that becomes the thing, right? Use this thing to stream, and so I can play this stuff in bed. And I mean, that's ultimately, we talked about it before. This has the sit on the couch, be in the same room with somebody, or be in bed, and at least you're not having the missus tweeting you going or texting you going, get into bed, I'm laying here waiting for you, I'm sick of this, you being in a separate room every night or something like that, right? You can be there in bed playing while she dozes off to sleep. So that's what I got it for.
Just ignore her while she's playing on the Vita anyway.
Fart and create a Dutch oven.
Gotta be done.
Job done. Games. Talking about games, the store on the Vita is freaking awesome. The way they've laid it out, you've got all your PS1 stuff in the one place, all your PSP stuff that is still playable on the Vita. This thing downloads and updates way quicker than the PS3, using your same Wi-Fi in your house.
More powerful than the PS3, to be fair.
Oh, it's got to be. It's got to be. Just my first initial impressions is that this thing's smoking the PS3 and maybe even the Xbox at this point, as far as processing the stuff that it does process. Really quick, but they've got demos for a lot of the stuff that I was considering buying off the store or from Amazon. Tried the demo for Gravity Rush, which you guys were bigging up. Looks pretty. The mechanic is nice and cool, puzzly mechanic of being able to manipulate gravity and walk around. It's got that Bayonetta vibe a little bit to it. But ultimately probably not for me. Looks a little bit cutesy. They've got a video of what the game does later on. Looks batshit crazy.
And you have a little cat following you around as well. So cute.
Yeah.
Meow.
Marion. Yeah, so maybe in the future, if there's nothing to play. I mean, it looked like a competent game, really good, but I was having some accuracy issues with, you got to, on one of the big monsters, you got to use your gravity and sort of jump in there and hit just his red glowy bits. So I was having a little bit of...
It does take a little while to get used to, I'll be honest with you. But once you get a hang of it, it's second to none. You look like a complete knob on the train playing it.
Why are you using the accelerometer to aim?
Sometimes, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God!
What?
Anyway, what else you played, Josh? Was that it?
Okay. Asphalt Injection, stay away. Did you guys play the demo for that?
That looks shit.
I stayed away. I haven't played that at all. I've never played it. It looks shit, so I didn't bother.
Yeah, stay away. It's a terrible generic racer. Doesn't control well, especially when you've come from Wipeout or something like that. That's just brilliant, which I actually bought that game but haven't dipped into it that much. Still struggling a little bit with the accuracy and the controls on that, but I can see that's going to be a really fun game.
Mm-hmm. There's also all the downloadable content on the PS3 available for it. It costs about £10 over here, but it's... HD Fury, so I think you actually purchased the stuff that was on the full price PS3 version. So you get all the new courses, you get essentially another version of Wipeout, which is pretty cool. And you can actually, with that one, you can cross play that one with PS3 versions, which I was doing the other night.
Cool.
They have a Resistance game on it. Did you guys try the demo for that?
I heard it was shit, so I didn't bother.
Well, like I said, I'm desperate for actual, as people would call them, proper games, right? So I tried it, and I may give it a try. I was less than impressed the initial time I played the demo. I went back to it a little bit, and being more familiar with controlling it, it sat a little bit better with me. So I may give it a try in the future, but it's a nice attempt, maybe a full AAA title on a handheld like this. Okay. I hope they keep going in that direction rather than sort of paring down the games for the Vita. I want some AAA titles on it. And that being said, COD Declassified got it for free with my bundle. It's free is a good price for it.
Yeah, I've heard so many bad things. I haven't even watched YouTube videos. I've just basically said I'm not even going to bother looking at anything on that.
No, they just use. I mean, it's Call of Duty in name only. They use the splash screens from maybe the console versions when they're describing what mission you're about to go on, and then it's a series of timed playthroughs. Think the end mission of Call of Duty 4, Mile High Club. It's basically a bunch of those where you only have 5 minutes to go do this, that, and the other, and they're no-fail missions. So if you get killed or if you shoot a hostage or something like that, you're back at the beginning. So it's old-school hardcoreness, except for you need better controlling if you're going to judge people and grade people like that through this. And the multiplayer is fun, but fiddly, again, is the word as far as the controls. So not a polished Call of Duty experience, and people are only playing it, again, out of desperation for wanting that style of game on the Vita. So
Sorry.
Go ahead.
But I'm just going to warn you against Resistance then, because it's the same studio that did Resistance that did Call of Duty.
I can actually see that, yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah. So just be, if you're going for Resistance, just don't say I didn't warn you.
Yeah, so where it shines is the other game. The last game is Persona 4 Golden, which we talked about, and that, I was starting to go, wow, is there going to be no games I like on this system? Is everything unplayable because it's a handheld device and it's fiddly? But no, I mean, so far, Persona 4, you initially watch that intro movie and you go, oh dear, this is Kaliwali's worst dream come true initially. The old Kaliwali's worst dream, not the new Kaliwali. But it's...
Yes, we're dealing with the Kaliwali from the Prime universe at this point.
We're dealing with his persona. Not his shadow version from the past.
Oh, so it's basically a leaded Nimnoi. Okay, version. Okay, I've got it.
Yes.
Got ya. Okay.
But Persona 4 is brilliant so far. Looks beautiful. Makes me glad I have a Vita. And again, I'm just looking to the future for it. As of right now, I think it's overpriced. You could buy an Xbox and all of what that entails for the price of Vita right now. So it's way overpriced still for what it is.
What did you pay in the US for it?
I think my bundle. What was my bundle? My bundle was like $230, something like that.
Wow, that's pretty good.
I paid £160 for mine.
So,
Josh's bundle. His bundle.
But the thing is that you have to buy a bloody memory thing separately.
Yeah,
It was
and that's the other
45
thing.
quid.
That's the other thing, is that memory is so expensive and you need it. And my bundle came with obviously COD for free and a free 4 gig memory card. So I've bought a 16 gig memory card. So we'll see. I'm still very early with the system, but I can see it being able to grow and expand with the new PS4. So that's what I bought it for ultimately.
Awesome.
That's what she said.
We're future-proofing ourselves on this podcast right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, got a new pair of pants on and everything.
Nice.
The new pair of pants have enough room for your growing and expanding.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Especially when I go to America.
Oh, yeah. Cool, is that
We're not
it,
on
Josh?
the same wavelength.
Yeah, I know.
That's it. Yeah.
Cool, Mr. Peebs.
Oh, at last, eh? Right.
No, Clarky still has to go.
Army of Two.
Yes.
Walking
Army
Dead.
of Two. No, I've not played. Well, same like we said, we're in a bit of a lull.
Really?
Not many
There's loads of games
newish
to play at the
games.
minute.
Only if you have a Vita and you want to play old shitty PS1 games or khaki JRPG games. I'm out. I want to play decent games on my Xbox on my 40-inch
Yeah.
screen.
How many decent games have you played in the past 2 weeks, Papes?
Tomb
Zero by the
Raider.
sounds of it. Oh, apart from Tomb Raider, okay.
Yeah, I'm a little bit behind some of the guys. Like, obviously, I've played a bit of Defiance, which is a couple of weeks
Have
behind.
you played Bioshock yet?
Bioshock is done and dusted. I did enjoy Bioshock. Had a few little niggles, but we've sort of discussed that. Yes, Tomb Raider. Been looking forward to playing this after everyone's been giving it a glowing review, and I've been thoroughly enjoying it. Yes, I'm sort of halfway through. Hopefully get it finished this week, but I'm really enjoying it. I think there's too many collectibles. That's sort of waters it down a little bit, because I know you don't have to go around and collect them, but there's achievements linked, there's XP linked, so you do find yourself looking at the map every 2 seconds trying to see if you're near something, and it sort of detracts from the flow of the game and the story, if you like, because you're sort of concentrating on other things. I know you said we're being party chat that you sort of just
playing it wrong.
Played the game and then did that afterwards, which I might go down that route.
Because you're still
I might do that
in the end.
Yeah, I might go down that route for the second half of the game. I'm at the shipwreck on the beach. I think that's about halfway through. But yeah, it's graphically up there. That's the thing. I can't see the new Xbox or the PS4 being much better than that and Halo and God of War. Like we said last week, I don't think it's going to be much of a graphical jump. But I've even been playing a little bit of the multiplayer, which I know you guys didn't really have much love for, but I've actually been quite enjoying it. It's very much, I don't know if any of you guys played the Uncharted multiplayer, but it's very, very similar. You've just got the faction. No, to be fair, it's not as good as Uncharted. And Uncharted is quite a good multiplayer. It's just the fact that it's on PS3. There's no party chat, so no one really played it, not from our community anyway. But Tomb Raider's multiplayer, it lacks the graphical brilliance of the single player. It's running on a different engine or something. It's a bit grainier. It's a bit doesn't flow as nice. But I quite like the premise of it. If it was, I don't know, a bit more polish on it, I probably would put a bit more time and effort into it. But I'm about rank 10. There's an achievement for like rank 60, which is redonk. I should never have put that achievement in there. That's blatantly in there to try and get people to stay on the multiplayer. But I don't think I'll be on it that much. I'll put a couple more hours. But there are a lot of achievements linked to the multiplayer, which I dislike. But yes, overall, really
an amazing
enjoying.
game, Peebs. You have to admit,
Yes,
amazing.
yeah, it is. I do admit it. It's. I like there's sort of no loading times in it. You sort of play in a bit of action, then it will sort of. You think you're still acting, and you're not. It's like a cutscene. There's a seamless link in between, between playing and the cutscene, and then back to playing again, which is done really, really well. There's nothing worse than some games. You do a part, then all of a sudden you've got a 10-second loading screen, then it goes to a cutscene, and then makes it more movie-like, if you like. But yeah, really enjoying it. Liking all the weapons, the campfire part, and then you can fast travel between camps, and it's quite a big island. I'm just liking the combat's good. I was dreading the tombs because I thought they were going to be. I mean, like I say, I'm only sort of halfway in there, but I'm guessing the tombs get harder. But I found the tombs quite. I wouldn't say easy, but they're not really, really hard. I've not had to use a YouTube guide for anything yet, which I thought I would have to straight from off the bat, and I haven't had to yet. And they're quite short. Once you've sort of figured out the puzzle, you're there. I thought there'd be like a puzzle. You go carry on. There'd be a bit more of a puzzle. I expected them to be similar to the Assassin's Creed tombs. Do you remember them?
Yeah, well, these are just really, really small Peebs, and they're just little sidey things, but they're really, really good.
Yeah, but one of the things in the tombs is that you sort of figure out a bit of it, and then you go, okay, I've missed that right there. Did I just not time my jump right, or am I doing the tomb wrong?
Yeah.
Right? And most of the times it's just a jump timing thing. They're easy to overanalyze.
Definitely, I would agree with that. But yeah, I'm looking forward to playing some more, and I'd say it's up there so far. I mean, we're still only in March, but it's going to be up there come the end of the year. Army of Two with Mr. Webb, and I know he's.
I don't believe I gave EA money to buy the online pass. I really don't.
I am surprised because I've sort of been on at him to play it. I mean, he had to give it a bit of a go, for journalistic video,
I can't wait to write the review when we've completed this.
And I've been sort of tweeting him and imparting, come on, Webber, let's get back on it. And obviously, I could tell without even looking at him, I could see the faces he's pulling. Oh, do I have to? So come on. Anyway, we did he obviously had his two-day trial, and I had to purchase the pass because my 2-day trial had already gone, and I could see it. I thought to myself, I know what's going to happen here. He's going to do his 2-day trial, and he's going to not like it that much. He's going to say to me, sorry, Peebs, I'm not going to purchase it, and he's going to leave me standing. That's what I honestly thought.
I wouldn't do that to you, man.
But to be fair, he stuck by it, and he bought it, even though I don't think he really wanted to. So I'll give you a thumbs up for that. And I mean, I said to you yesterday, we had a couple of hours on it Saturday morning. I said to you, because he's been moaning about it all week. Oh, when's it ending? Come on! Oh. We must be near the end yet. I said we're only halfway through, Webby. And I said, come on, you must be enjoying it slightly.
Well, because we played the other day, and I was actually getting into it a little bit. I think the main thing for me was. It's not as good as the previous Army of Two games. It's missing a lot of the features that the previous games had. Me and Peeps were talking about it, the back-to-back stuff and some of the other co-op stuff. It just isn't there. And it just seems... It's just the most average of average games I've ever played. Even it's below average. I'll probably give it a 3 out of 10. But...
Fucking hell.
But... Me and the other day I was playing, and we were having a bit of fun on it, just shooting people and just having a chat. But the thing is, because it's so poor, the whole time I'm playing it, I'm thinking I could be playing someone else right now. But it's just that co-op. It's just that co-op thing. It's it's our tradition of every time an Army of Two game comes out, me and Peeps just rinse through it co-op.
Yeah, and it's got. I mean, like, go on, Clarky.
I was going to say they should have made it an MMO, and they'd.
We can make it if we try, just the two of us, you and I.
But yeah, like Webby said, it's missed some of the features you could do. Like one of its main features of the previous two games was the back-to-back, which you obviously went back-to-back when you had a load of enemies, and you could sort of circle round, and they were coming at you from all angles, and that was a good.
Now
feature.
it's nuts to butts.
Now, well, it's not even in it. And then you could also shields featured heavily in the first two, and you would hold a shield, and your partner could sort of crouch behind you, and you would both creep through heavy enemy areas holding the shield, and you couldn't do that. I'd say
They
the
had
only
an aggro system as well, didn't they?
yeah, they've got the aggro system in this one where when you kill so many people, your aggro meter goes up. You can press your shoulder button and you release it, and you're invincible for a short period of time, and your weapons sort of are more powerful. And if you both sequence it together, both level up your aggros, and then say, right, we'll activate them. 1, 2, 3, activate.
Aggro.
We do that.
Voltron.
We sequence it together, and that is the best feature about it, Webby, isn't it? It will all of a sudden you're just both invincible. Your powers, your guns are really more powerful, and you just blow everything up around you. You know, and it lasts 10 seconds. But
Wonder Twins activate.
Have you two finished it then?
No, nearly. We're right near the end now.
Because I heard a better way of doing it is take it in turns doing your aggro, so there's always one of you in like aggro mode, so you get through it a lot easier.
No, but there's a Chivo for doing double aggro together.
Yeah, that's what we're going for. Kill 200 enemies in double aggro. You know it, Clucky. And like I just said, it's nothing special, and it's just, you don't have to think. It's just a run and gun, basically. No collectibles to worry about. It's on rails. But like Webby says, it's. I mean, this is, to be fair though, this is my second playthrough. I played it once on my own. Now I'm playing it again with Webby. I will say though, Webby, it's very glitchy as well, isn't it?
Oh yeah, I have a video which I need to put on the YouTube channel. I did live stream it, and I also saved it onto my hard drive. I will put it on by the time this podcast is up. So go onto the YouTube channel. It's youtube.com/Mojo Interactive, all one word. It's
The video called Two Heads Are Better Than One.
It's just a 10-second gameplay where we loaded in this level, and I was like, Peeps, what's going on? It's like, right. And like, all you could see on my screen was 2 heads and 2 guns. And that's it. It's just like the most weird thing ever. People's like, well, it's normal on my screen. So I took a video of it.
That looked hilarious.
But there's other bits, like when you try and progress through a section, you have like an invisible barrier with a question mark basically saying please wait or wait for partner. But even though me and Webby are both there waiting, there's like a 5 to 10 second delay on it, and it's just so annoying, isn't it?
Yeah.
Another thing that Webby probably won't have noticed, but if anyone remembers last week, you have to play on medium. You have to finish the game on medium before it unlocks hard and insane. So, and there's a 100G achievement for completing the game on insane. So if you want that achievement, you have to, in essence, play it twice, obviously. So I said, hopefully it might let me play it on insane and Webby on, because obviously he's only played it, he won't have played it, so he won't have unlocked. And it did. I could set mine, I'd set the game up, I'd set it to insane, and it'd let me play. And then when you finish the game, you can see you can go back through the chapters and it will tell you what you've completed it on. Well, we did the first sort of quarter of the game on insane, and then when we came off, I went back and checked through, and it had like the first couple of levels insane, and then they will say the rest of them were saying easy, even though I'd done them on insane.
And,
so I hadn't
and the other
locked,
problem was Peeps was just dying all the time, so I just had to revive him constantly.
Yeah, I was. So I said, right, because I know Webby wanted to get through it quick. I said, right, let's whack it back down to easy. I'm gonna have to I'm gonna have to scratch that 100G Chivo off and admit I won't
Peeps, that is. This game is shit. I can't wait to get it done. Oh, but there's some Chivos. Let's make it 10 times harder and longer.
So I'm looking to get 900G on it.
900G, Jesus Christ.
God.
Yeah, I'm only I've got 42 out of 46, and obviously I ain't going to get the 100G insane, so I'm looking to get 45 out of 46, which won't be bad going, and then get rid of it. Yeah, it's not great. Probably one of the biggest disappointments so far this year.
Cool. Let's talk about another game because this is shit.
Yeah, I'm just going to quickly mention people who have Windows phone games. Or Windows phones. There was a couple of games, or three or four games actually, that went free this week.
That's not like Microsoft.
Yeah, well, it's. I think they're starting to do a lot more free games, and looking further into them, it's the obviously the mini clip games that I think you can get them on other devices and whatnot, and they are free anyway. But you do get achievements with them that link to your Xbox. But they have the microtransactions, so they go into the way that we've mentioned previously, that I think they're thinking, right, let's go on free and see if we can make money out of them by the in-game transactions. I might be wrong, but they seem to be doing more and more free games. It's Fragger, Monster Island, Iceland 2, and there was another one. I can't remember what it is off the top of my head. But they're free, but then you could probably get the full 200G on them without having to buy the microtransactions, but it'd probably be a hell of a long grind. And then buying like in-game stuff probably quickens the completion of the game. But they're good little games, like. Just,
any girls' games there, peeps?
No, they say them for the Vita.
Okay.
No, they're just little, Fragger. Basically, I've noticed a lot of these games are just Angry Bird rip-offs. Like Fragger and Monster Island. Like Fragger is basically a little guy and he throws a grenade at things, and it's exactly the same mechanisms and layout as Angry Birds. You're at the one end, you've got your little arrow, you pull it and for your power and that where you want it to go, and then it'll blow up a person. And then obviously as it progresses, the levels get harder. But even like it's a 3-star, you can get 1 to 3 stars on it, then move to the next one. It's a complete rip-off. There's loads of them now, but they're handy. Like I say, they're handy for when you're stuck in place, like doctors' waiting rooms and that. Because I don't commute to work or anything like that, or toilet games, if you like. So
toilet games,
fun.
Yeah. And that's it then for me.
Wonderful. Clarky, are you awake?
Yep, just about.
What have you been playing then?
Hardly anything this week. I've had a couple hours on the Newcastle map packs that came out Monday, and they are big maps, but they've how they're laid out. There's lots of stuff inside them that makes most of the map medium encounter stuff. So there was no truly Valhalla-esque maps that I was hoping for, but they're decent enough. Like one of them reminds me of Rat's Nest from Halo 3, which is one of my favourite maps. So I quite like that one. And yeah, they're decent enough. They got some objective in there, but it's 6v6 though. They've not put them in any big team playlists or anything.
I forgot to mention that I'd play these maps as well. Shit.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
They're not shit.
6 on 6? Crap.
They release big maps and do 6 on 6.
Oh, it's just ridiculous, mate. Halo was our game of choice at one point, and they've just ruined it.
The maps are big, like I said, but because the amount of interior stuff they put into them, more medium-sized maps, but actual size they're large. But
I want Blood Gulch size maps. Where
yeah, that's what I want. But hopefully they'll come with this new Forge Island map. Get some community members, Halo community members, making some big decent maps. Hopefully. And I played Call of Duty for about 2 hours this afternoon and went up about 20-30 levels because of the double XP. So I was very happy with that.
Nice.
Yep. And I tried out Mark of the Ninja. I don't get why people was liking that so much last year. I didn't enjoy it at all. I don't know what it was. I wasn't having fun with it, and I gave up after about half hour. So, and that is me. That's all I've played.
Wonderful. Okay then, well, before we get to the questions and the news, we're just going to have a quick advert break. We'll be back after these messages.
Another advert break.
Yeah, I need to end the call and recall. 2 secs.
Okay.
Do you like listening to podcasts? Do you like reading books? Do you like listening to someone read a book to you because you can't read? Well, all your problems are now solved. Audible.co.uk is the first and best website to give you all of that reading knowledge as an audio download, just like a podcast. You can download it to your iTunes device, your Android device, or even your PC or laptop. And 360GamerCast are giving you this one-time special offer. If you go to audible.co.uk/360 and sign up today, you will get your first book absolutely free. And if you're not happy, you can cancel at any time. So, that website address again is audible.co.uk/360. Do it today. Okay, we're back after those messages. I'm going to talk about a little bit of news now. The Office of Fair Trading in the UK is now investigating the in-app purchases used on iPhone and Android devices. You might have seen in the news recently about kids racking up massive bills for the parents. Well, that is now being investigated. My personal opinion is, I don't know why. Why are parents even giving their children passwords for these games? And there is even parental controls on these devices to stop in-app purchases anyway. So it's a load of bollocks in my opinion, and it's the blame culture at its peak again. Where is the parenting?
I agree with you some extent, maybe. At the same time, if you were to investigate some of these apps and some of the prices, like everyone's favourite,
Ninjas versus Zombies or something?
Yeah, it was even Candy Crush. There is a Yeti shop there whereby you can buy a permanent unlock for about £30, and it's like, really? I mean, if a child knows their mum or dad's password or finds out, I mean, it's. I know we're all adults. I know that you know what kids are like. They see something. It's always the case of he didn't understand. I can see that. A lot of these games, though, Webb, let's be honest, they are targeted towards casual gamers and kids.
Yeah, but then why are the parents giving their kids the passwords then?
Well, yeah, that's the point.
But it's just stupid.
A lot of the time, you have to remember, a lot of these devices are babysitters. They give these kids, like, keep the kid quiet, give them the iPad, shut up.
Yeah, so why blame the companies for that?
Because they designed the games in order to make money, and they made it easy enough for that to happen. I can see the point of the parents, I can. But at the same time, I'm with you as well. Parents should be more tech savvy. But a lot of the time, these companies are out for the kill. They want you to get you addicted. They want to make money. And they'll do it any way possible. And if it involves, getting a standard game and then putting some colourful characters on it. It's a bit like The Simpsons Tap Out. You can buy about how many donuts for a few quid.
There's a lot of shit in it.
Yeah, it's there. I mean, the kids love The Simpsons. They don't necessarily understand all the jokes, but they like the cartoon. They like the cartoon aspects of it. And that's what it is. It's a very cynical strategy and design, and everyone is to blame. And it's just that kind of industry that's come about now. Any other thoughts?
I don't know. Peebs has got about 10 kids, so what's your opinion?
How do you manage?
To be fair, I mean, my kids don't really play many sort of iPad games. They sort of stick to their Xbox, but they have played them, but they've never gone into things like that, and quite sensible, really. Because there's been similar things on eBay when the kids have bidded on things, and obviously they've got no means to pay, and the parents are like, "Oh, we didn't, bid on that." I don't know. It's hard to manage because obviously the companies are there to make money, but I do think that they do it, purposely to target the kids and make money that way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, there we go. I just think them sort of games are all shit anyway, so what the hell are you doing playing them in the first place? Well, there we go.
Hark says Webby.
Yeah. Okay, on other news, we mentioned last week about Adam Orff slagging off people on Twitter about the internet. There's the Xbox bloke about the always on stuff. Well, apparently he is not working for Microsoft anymore. Funny that.
Oh, whoopsie.
Surprise.
Yeah.
Deal with it.
I mean, that's going to be his epitaph, isn't it? You can see right now when he passes away and he's got his tombstone. Some geek, a 60-year-old geek or however old they are, is going to tattoo that on it.
Hashtag deal with it.
Oh dear.
Okay, there's some more rumours about the next Xbox. There's rumours that it's going to be integrated with cable providers in the US of A. So it's going to be like your set-top box for watching your TV.
I personally think that's fucking awesome. Love it.
I mean, I watch all my TV on the Xbox anyway. I use the Sky Player and Netflix and all that. But the other thing is that the new Kinect that's built in with it is going to have eye movement detection capabilities as well, like the Samsung Galaxy S4.
Oh.
So that'll be interesting.
Will be.
Yes, and that's about it for that. For those rumours, we will see if they come true. And my last piece of news is that EA has been voted the worst company in America for the second year running.
That's bollocks.
Apparently EA have actually come out and tried to defend themselves, but the reason that people have been voting it the worst company is obviously because of their the amount of microtransactions that they push out and the poor launch games and all the stuff that happened with SimCity, etc. EA actually went out and said that they thought that people were campaigning against them because they were anti-gay and lesbian or something, which I thought was a load of bollocks.
I don't know. I think the award, that award is a lot of people who have obviously got quite rightly frustrated. But to name it the worst company in America is a bit steep, I think.
Of course, that's overboard. But EA must look at themselves and think, why are we being voted, the worst company? But the people who are voting are the worst to blame, because I bet the same people who are voting are going out and buying FIFA Day One and all the other EA games.
They're still making
You don't know,
money.
it might be a lot of their stockholders that are getting fucked over by EA too, so they could be voting as well.
Yeah, they don't do they don't do damage control well. Like Defiance, whether you like it or hate it, it's had its growing pains with all the response and its launch, and they're being heralded right now as one of the most transparent developers, and did the complete opposite from what SimCity and some of the other EA games have done. They've literally had engineers going on their forums and posting every little thing that they're doing and trying and completely explaining the problems and what they're doing. They've given people rewards. They've given double XP to people once they do log on, and they're constantly humble and conciliatory about the problems that they thought might have been a problem, the problems they weren't aware of, their failures.
Everybody who has played the game, you have to use your email address, and I've been getting so many emails from them explaining what they're doing, really being apologetic, saying we're in this for the long haul, blah, blah, blah. That's just really, really nice for a company to do that, I think.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, Dan, Colin, and I were having a discussion about this a few weeks about how companies, and I think we were discussing EA as a matter of fact, customer service is becoming more... the sector's growing more and more every year. And companies like EA, they're either going to have to embrace customer service or customers are just going to move on. Because it's come to a point, my credit card company, it used to be you would call a credit card company, it would just be an auto dialer. There was no option to talk to a person. If I call my credit card company now, on the third ring, a human being picks up the phone and asks what I need. And that's because the bottom fell out of the market. And companies that want to make money and engage customers have transferred to a mode of customer service that's over-welcoming. I mean, if they want you as a customer, then they are going to do everything they can to keep you as a customer. And EA is doing none of these things to keep their customers or the holders of their stock happy. I mean, if you own paper in EA, it's like fucking Lehman Brothers a few years ago. I mean, it's going to be toxic.
And anybody who owns mutual funds actually does own EA, probably. So,
exactly. Yeah.
The other thing is that I just think that EA has basically had a monopoly as far as AAA titles, either publishing sanctioning them through in-house studios, whatever. And their motto if something happens is lick our sack. And they can't do that anymore. They've gotten rid of their CEO. They're learning that people are just done with the bullshit, and it's getting public, and that cannot be their motto anymore. So I think you're starting to see a little bit of changes and a little bit of self-awareness in mottos, especially with that internal memo of that guy coming out and calling them on all their shit about their company mottos and posters that are all customer first, this, that, and the other, all around the office, and then they pull the bullshit that they pull on a regular basis. So we'll see. We'll see if they can pull it out of the gutter.
I mean, it all goes back to the games as services route. And if games are going to be services, then you need to have a service base in place that's going to service those customers. And if they have problems, there needs to be problem resolution, updates that there are problems. I mean, Microsoft went through these growing pains when they first started Xbox Live.
Yep.
Have they improved it completely? No, but it has definitely gotten better. I mean, the Red Ring of Death, Microsoft did the whole EA game plan, and they just turtled up, didn't want to come out about it at all when it first occurred. And then it just kept growing and growing, and the ball kept rolling. And it came to the point that they had to fix people's consoles for years for free because they did not address the situation immediately. Companies are beginning to learn that you make more money over the long haul if you address problems up front, get out in front of it, find a way to circumvent it and fix it. And I don't see EA's latest fuck up with SimCity. Sure, they gave people a free game, but it was a free game that they chose from a catalog. To me, I don't see that they've learned anything, and I think they're fully deserving of, I don't call it what you want, but it may seem a little suspect calling them the worst company in the United States, but I think investors would disagree, and people who use their products, I'm sure, would agree that they deserve it. So hopefully they change face in the future.
Activision did it. Let's be honest. Activision had a really, really terrible reputation 2 or 3 years ago. And although I think Bobby Kotick shut his gob for a long, long time, and that helped. But at the same time, you know, consumers love them. Skylanders has been a great success. Call of Duty, they've done the right thing with Call of Duty this time round. And as I said, I think they have taken stock and had a look. I mean, fair enough, they're still really shovelware, like, you know, Family Guy and so forth. But, you know, THQ was doing it at some point. And I think they've got a little bit further to go, I suppose. But EA, they need to take stock. They need to take this time to realise what they're about.
They need competition. They need somebody to start stealing away their business. Like, you know, if FIFA wasn't the top soccer game anymore, if it was a PES or something like that, started taking away market share, you would start seeing some changes.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen, though.
EA has no competition right now. They don't.
Yeah, you're right.
I mean, we had three great games from Square this year, and they're still suffering for it. That's ridiculous.
I know. It's the Japanese angle. It's Square. The problem with Square is that it's essentially two companies bolted together to make one financial. And the Japanese arm isn't as strong as the European and North American arm. So, what do you do, eh?
There we go. Right, that's all my news for this week. So, Head Case, do you have the Twitter questions?
We do, and we very much appreciate people sending in questions, but we talked about the challenges of reading out these questions at times. We often paraphrase the questions, but I'm going to go ahead and read this one out verbatim. And I'm not going to read the person's name who wrote it in, but you guys come up with an answer for this. He basically says, has anyone really been far even as decided to use even go want to do look more like?
What the fuck?
Regularly.
Yeah. Regularly.
Yeah. Only when I use Viagra.
Only on a Tuesday.
Oh, dear.
Oh, man. Okay, let's have a proper question.
I think he needs to come on the podcast. That'd be hilarious.
And defend Walking Dead.
Yep. Oh, dear.
This one's from Maximus Prime, who also used our hashtag, which is now MojoQ. He said everyone talks about Game of the Year, but with new consoles coming out, what next-gen exclusive do you think will be Game of the Year?
Like, will only be next gen?
Mm-hmm.
Fallout 4.
Exclusive. Okay.
What? I just asked that question.
Oh, yeah, no,
I said exclusive to next gen, or what?
Or does it mean exclusive to a console? What? I don't understand.
Well, let me ring him.
Okay.
Okay, we'll just say exclusive to next gen.
Fallout 4.
Deep down.
Deep down is Dragon's Dogma 2, let's be honest. I don't know.
Left 4 Dead 3.
Yeah. Apparently there is a zombie title scheduled for launch with the new Xbox, the rumours go. And the rumour
zombie title? Who makes those games anymore?
I really don't know. I don't know. The popular ones, the 5 out of 10 kind.
The rumour is what? Sorry. Anyway, I was quite intrigued.
The rumour is apparently Left 4 Dead 3. That's the rumour for.
I hope so.
Title. But I don't believe. I don't believe that. But we'll wait and see.
Rainbow Six Patriots.
That was good.
Battlefield 4.
Oh, that's going to be 360 and PS3 though, Webby.
Yeah, but shit.
Yeah.
I think.
All right, next question.
Let's see. Salacious Peebs, known as Kenny999, would be interested to know where the host thought Bioshock Infinite was going, ending-wise, before the rug was pulled out from under them.
I haven't completed it yet. I am going to disconnect my headset.
Well, I need to wait for you to finish it so we can do the Bioshock Infinite spoilerific podcast.
That's what he's asking for, basically.
We could never do spoilerifics when Dan's on because he never finishes bloody any game.
I'm not on the next 2 weeks anyway, so...
If people are really desperate for a spoilerific thing, just go look at Webby's tweets from about a week or two ago.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so spoilery. Oh, my God.
They are!
I'm not, Clarky.
I'm still annoyed.
Retard.
No,
See what you get, Webby, when Clarky's awake.
Oh, no.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, abuse. He's actually quite alert and quite an attentive young man.
Thank you, Daniel.
You're welcome.
Right, next.
Wigbeast suggests that Sensei Switch should be a regular on the show, that he's very witty.
Well, he's not swearing.
You haven't heard of a party chat
Whoever
yet?
Wigbeast is, he must be a whinging fucker, too.
Steffi Business suggested that Wigbeast was paid for that comment by Sensei Switch.
Yeah.
Steffi Business said something right for once. Love you, Steffi Business.
Ming of Mercy wants Peebs' attention. He says, have you seen Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon trailer? What do you think? Looks freaking awesome. Peebs' wet dream.
Yes, we've been talking about this, haven't we, guys, over Twitter and in party chat. It looks...
Dude, I did not watch that video before the last podcast, but I watched it Thursday night. Holy fuck, that looks awesome.
80s cheese.
Oh, looks amazing. Oh my god, that game. I can't wait to play that game.
Yeah, what is this? Because there's some confusion. Some people saying it was DLC, some people saying it's a full...
standalone download.
Standalone Xbox Live arcade game.
No, from what I understand, it's DLC, so downloadable content, but it's an expansion pack, meaning that it has nothing to do with the original game. It's completely separate in that sense.
Do you need the game to be able to play this, though, or can you play it without having the game?
Yeah, from what I understand, you need Far Cry 3. It's very similar to... from what I understand, it's very similar to like Vietnam and Battlefield. You know, like you put in Battlefield, but as soon as you chose Vietnam, it was like this separate thing.
Oh, because I heard it's an Xbox Live arcade title.
That's what I heard also.
I don't think so. I think it's using all the assets from Far Cry 3 to overlay this information on it.
So it's like Undead Nightmare for Red Dead Redemption.
Correct. Well, they released that as a separate disc ultimately, didn't they?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they did indeed.
Mm. We need to find out, guys, because we're going to get besmirched next week.
Yeah, no.
Somebody tell us.
I've also heard that it's on Frostbite 3.
I've heard it's on Frostbite 4, so I don't know where you got your information from.
Fucking hell.
If we just say it's on everything, then we can't be wrong, can we?
On
One
Unreal
of them's going to be right.
Next.
But yeah, if it is just on you need the Fallout, the Far Cry 3 disc, then especially for like me, I think you would do as well, Webby, didn't you? Rent it, so it's going to be a no-no. It means renting
no-no.
Yeah, so I hope it is a standalone, but we'll see.
Rent the disc, get the DLC if you have to.
Bloody renters.
Keeping the podcast live by renting.
Yeah.
Hey, I've purchased Defiance today, and I paid the £8 pass for Army of Two, so
yeah,
they get money out of me.
Yeah.
Next question.
Yeah, let us know if anybody knows definitively, or send us a link, because we're too lazy to Google it.
I'm just lying on my bed watching Faithful Wish play Ni no Kuni right now, so I'm not Googling anything.
Wow, I was kind of scared about where you're going to go.
Yeah, that's definitely a euphemism, I'm sure of it.
Yeah.
Sensei Switch wrote in and wants to know, to all of you that own a Vita, if you could have any game made for the console, what would it be? So I'm not sure what he means. Does he mean any game made for Vita, any game that's on Vita, made for the console?
Well, any game being able to play on your Vita. Does that make sense? I think that's what it means.
All the games that I ever want are already on the Vita, so I'm quite happy.
I still want a decent Pac-Man game from the Vita. That would be nice.
It's all about playing Final Fantasy VII on the Vita.
Yeah, I played that on the Vita for a little bit, and then I got
sexy.
Then I realised the graphics were shit, so I turned it off.
It's amazing.
I'd want a Mario game in order to get a Vita.
Emulation.
I don't know, really. It's an interesting one. You got all the pinball on there. I would like to see, I suppose, all the games I have played. What was my game of the year last year? It was Fez, but maybe something like I don't know. It's weird. I mean, at the moment, I play Vita. I don't know. I can't answer that.
I want Heavy Rain on the Vita.
Yeah.
I want some proper AAA games and shooters on the Vita.
Mm-hmm.
I want Xbox achievements on the Vita.
Can you plug in a wide 360 controller?
I was meant to ask you guys when we were talking about the Vita chat. Does your friends list link from your PS3? So it's exactly so. If you're exactly the same friends on both on your gadget and your console, and trophies as well. Does that all link up?
It's all linked. I can also see P's what you last played on your PS3. It will tell me. But I'm gonna have a look now.
Last online 2 years ago.
Yeah,
switch it on from time to time just to blow the cobwebs off it.
Yeah, see if it still works.
Sometimes when I'm dusting it, I might accidentally push the on button.
when you got a week off work, peeps, and you want to get all the updates downloaded.
Yeah. Shit, that costs electricity.
Right, next question.
Link's Defect wants to know simply, why do you game?
Because it's fun.
I game because it relieves me from the pressures of life. It takes you away. You're not thinking about. You're not thinking about work, bills, family, things like that. It just takes you away.
Yeah, I game because I used to game when I was a youngster, and I enjoy it. There you go.
No, I just simply game because I enjoy gaming.
Yeah, why does anybody do any hobby? I mean, a little bit of all of that, just take you away, put you in a unique experience that's interactive. Movies are very passive. Actually, I find it hard to get through a movie these days because I'm not playing it.
Oh.
So.
Interesting.
I love movies.
Shitty movies.
Yeah.
I watched What was the film I was on about, Dan? Is it The What? Not The Watch. End of Watch.
End of Watch, yeah, that does look good.
End of Watch. Amazing.
What's that with the IT crowd bloke in it?
It's Jake Gyllenhaal and...
was that one that was in that we saw the trailer for about 1 million times at Eurogamer last year?
Yeah, probably.
Every time we went and sat in that conference thing.
That was the one with Jake Gyllenhaal with the LA Cop one.
What, please?
I've got a question for Clarky. When you bring him back Film Club?
First rule about Film Club, Peeves.
You don't talk Film Club.
Exactly.
No one did when I ran Film Club. That's why I stopped running it.
I remember a while back.
Yeah, I know. A while back I said I was going to reboot it, and then I never.
Yeah, you're going to reboot it. But it did have a hell of a lot of interest to start off with. It's just that the list was so long, and
yeah, I think we'd have to find a new format, and maybe I'll start it back up when Mojo gets going.
Yeah, that film, Clarky's Film Corner. This week I watched this.
Yeah, but that film you made us watch, Clarky, about the moon was so shit.
It was good.
Moon is a movie.
It's a brilliant film.
Good movie.
You lot just have poor taste in films, like.
They do. Appalling taste in films, I have to say.
My name's Forrest Gump.
No, I'll give Wood that one. Forrest Gump.
Jenny! Have you seen Baba?
I love you, Jenny.
I love you, Johnny.
Next question. We're going way off topic here.
Next question is, could you do Forrest Gump impressions, please? Let's see here. We have Gamox14. Do you think the new Xbox PS4 will embrace modding/indie development to try to compete with the PC scene?
No, it won't.
No. The bout of press that Microsoft has had recently about treating indie developers badly, it's not going to happen.
Indie developers are used to getting treated badly, though, let's be honest, so...
Yeah, that's why most of them make PC games.
I think we'll get a bit more of the ability to customize our dash and stuff like that, like the pinning and moving icons around and stuff like that, but there'll still be adverts all over.
Yeah. Bloody Coors Light advert right in the middle of the fucking screen. I can't move.
Take my breath away. Bom bom.
The most refreshing beer on the planet. Fuck off, Jog.
He's a legend.
He's a legend, yeah, but it's a shit beer.
You see,
whenever I go to the pub, I'm like, mate, if he sees Coors Light, you go, oh, the pint. No, you're not. No, you're not.
The adverts are awful, but they're so bad they're good.
I'm going up to a bloody bar and buying a Coors Light. No.
I'll go have a word with Carson, he'll sort you.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's Coors Light. Tap the Rockies, Dan.
Yeah, it's a shit
Tap
beer.
that ass. OC Skulldugger, if none of the forthcoming consoles tickled your fancy, would you move solely over to Steam?
No. It cost me more to buy a PC to run all the games.
If Steam does a better job of integrating sort of controller stuff, I would, but the Xbox does tickle my fancy, so...
Is that what you call it?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah.
You could tickle every now and again.
Yeah, especially fancying someone. Mm-hmm.
Woohoo! Next.
Jamie Cottage, what one feature that hasn't already been announced or rumored about would each of you like to see in the next-gen console?
Bigger friends lists. End of.
Oh, God. If I had £1 for every time you said that, I'll be a millionaire.
Halo Kart.
Woohoo!
Bigger party shirt.
Friends list leaderboard.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one.
More achievements.
Let's let you to group your friends.
I would like the Kinect to come with an assorted amount of unique customization.
I would like the Kinect to fuck off.
Yeah, you can make it disappear. You can make it invisible. That'd be good.
That's one of the first features you get when you turn the Xbox on. Fuck off or don't fuck off.
But if the horror stories are true, you can't switch your new Xbox on without the Kinect. So
What?
That's so bollocks.
I'm spreading rumours.
No, I've heard that. I've actually heard that rumor as well, Dan.
Shut up.
Yeah, I've heard it as well. I've heard rumours. I'm just spreading rumours. I'm not saying I believe them.
What about if you destroy the Kinect sensor?
What if you're a mute?
Yeah. What happens if you got a really dark room? You're playing in the dark all the time.
What happens if you're a teenager and you play Xbox in your tiny little bedroom?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what does happen?
Don't know. What happens if the Xbox man can see you naked? At the end of it,
Stand up and windmill.
Yeah.
I've seen a couple of YouTube videos where people actually, when they're not using their Kinect, cover up their Kinect because they feel that cross off the spine on them.
Yeah, it's the CIA.
The Kinect man.
Companion cube?
Another one of his conspiracy
He wraps it in tinfoil as well, just to extra bit of protection.
Got a lead box he puts over it.
Yeah.
Next question.
I don't want physical games. I want to go from room to room, have the Xbox hooked up at one TV in one room, and be able to maybe buy like a little extension box that I put at each TV to where no matter what games I've played, I can get my profile and play those games. I don't want the disc that, even though I bought the physical disc, I want to be able to go from room to room and not bring it.
So what about people who have a family like Peebs and has an Xbox in every bloody bedroom? He's going to have to buy a separate, online... Well, he's going to have to buy a separate game for each profile, isn't he? If you can't lend your games out.
Well, I imagine they're going to do like a family plan, right? Where it'll be.
Well, they've just gotten rid of the gold subscription family plan, haven't they?
Have they now?
Yep, they got rid of it a few weeks ago.
We'll be seeing Peeves begging at the train station then for money to buy Xboxes.
Mm-hmm. Well, see, I've got an Xbox in a couple different rooms because we use it, like Webby said, for everything: Netflix and watching movies, showing people pictures of the baby on it. Porn, whatever, use it for everything. But I hate that if I've got one console set up that I've been playing Halo on, and then I go to another room and I'm playing because somebody's using that room, and people say, let's get on Halo, I've got 2 gigs of stuff to download on that one. I mean, that's, they need to sort that out.
Put on a memory stick.
Like a little 50 sort of quid box that, it's like a separate unit that only works if you've got an Xbox.
Uses the network. One Xbox, because right now I've got that at my house as far as DVRs, right? You've got one DVR, and every other box in the house is a dummy that uses your network to broadcast that signal.
So like smaller little satellite Xboxes that sort of...
Yep. That's what I want.
That does sound good.
Cool. Next.
Let's see, Urban Big P. Big P. Do you know how many listeners there are that listen to the podcast each week?
Yes.
And what game do you love, which you know you are awful at?
Dark Souls. And we get around 2,000 to 3,000 listeners a week.
Wow.
On average.
COD. Crap at it, but I love it. What a new COD. Let's sell the old ones.
Battlefield.
I'm going to sound like a right cocky prick here, but I'm good at everything I play.
When you're not asleep.
I'm trying to think of it.
Shit at Street Fighter, I bet.
Yeah, but I don't love Street Fighter. He said games you love that you shit at.
Only
games I love, I'm good at.
There must be some.
Exactly. You only ever play the same 3 games over and over.
Yeah.
It's good. What else am I meant to play? Bloody Walking Dead.
Yeah, get on it, mate. You love it.
I only play good games and games I enjoy. What's the point in playing shitty games just to play them?
How do you know if they're shitty or good until you play them?
Because I can look at a single video and see how bad it is.
5 out of 10s.
Must buy is 5 out of 10. Okay, I'll avoid that one.
That's what it's got on the front of the case. Haven't you seen it in the supermarkets? Pitbull Pete says 5 out of 10.
I should get some stickers made up and go down my local game and stick them on there for you.
Yeah, they're bright red with warning exclamation marks telling you to avoid it. Pitbull Peeves recommendation.
He'll put a picture of Peach with his thumb up. Yeah, Chivos are good.
That reminded me of the outtakes from last week when you said
Yeah,
that.
dude.
It's me, and I sound
Yeah,
nothing
may
like that.
have some of that.
Go down to the market, get some Chivos, Tanya.
Still couldn't really go on a rubbish username. That's a dead ring.
Oh, that was spot on. I couldn't believe it was like him being in party chat. Oh dear.
Oh.
What was that?
Somebody undoing their fly.
Faithful Wish got bored of playing Nino Kuni.
Wants to play with the Nino Kuni.
You want to see Mr. Drift?
Too far.
Next question. Editing this out.
Stumungus, last question. Would you rather fight a horse-sized duck or 100 duck-sized horses?
That's my
Whoa. A whole-sized duck. 100... What?
100 horse-sized duck.
A
Or one
horse-sized duck.
Yeah.
Or 100 horse-sized ducks.
No,
No,
the other way around.
Duck-sized horses. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
100 duck-sized horses.
Yeah, 100 duck-sized horses. I mean, they're not going to be able to jump on you. I mean, how high can they jump? About how high is that?
Boot them.
You know, but 100. But if you were to do relation, okay, they can jump the height of a fence of aim tree.
Okay, Dan, let's just say they're seagulls.
Oh,
Would you
fuck,
rather-
I wouldn't even
One
They're
seagull.
vicious. They're vicious. They will kill you. They got sharp beaks and they will throw things at you and kill you. Trust me.
Just lob indigestion tablets up in the air and they like chew them and then explode.
You could,
That's what you
you probably could do that. I mean, I've seen one of them one time about a couple of years ago. I was walking down the street with a feast lolly, and I'm eating it quite nicely, and nice summer's day, and I literally just reached up my right hand as you do, got my iPod on. All of a sudden, the lolly's just snatched out of my hand, and this fucking seagull snatched it, gone to the other side of the road. He's staring at me, and he's literally holding this old lolly stick with half a lolly still on it, and I'm like. Fucking arsehole. And then he sees me and I start walking across the road, so he got gulping it down in one.
Was you going to try and take it back and carry on eating it then?
I wanted to teach that thing, and then it realized that it ate a whole lolly stick at the same time. I'm talking, this lolly stick's literally about 15 centimetres long, and it looks at me and goes, fuck, I shouldn't have done that, and literally flies off. He literally swallowed a whole 15 centimetre lolly stick, plus, it must have been a good chunk of feast lolly.
Someone
and-
just be...
And now
Never
that
been about-
seagull works in the porn industry.
One of the reasons I read this question is because a couple of weeks ago somebody wrote in a similar question using Peebs' name, saying, would you rather fight a horse-sized Peebs or 100 Peeb-sized horses or something like that? I swear, I'm not lying. Somebody
Yeah,
wrote
I
that.
saw that as well. Which was it? Would you rather fight a peep-sized Webby or Webby-sized Peebs? What was it again?
What the fuck?
100 peep-sized Webbies or one Webby-sized Peebs.
Yeah.
Some of the minds of these people.
I do like my knees, so I'd probably have to go for the Peeb-sized Webby. No, other way around. I don't know.
Coming from Clarky, who's no taller than I. Another word.
I've got an inch or two on your Peebs.
Have you fook? He just does it to sort of take away the attention from him.
I can't. You always... Oh, whatever.
Where have we gone? Can we fucking just...
I know, come on.
Good.
Wrap this up.
3-hour podcast.
Right,
isn't it?
okay, I'm back. Well, what happened?
Didn't know
Nobody
you'd
knew
gone.
you left.
I'm waiting for a wee. Right, so is that all your Twitter questions gone?
Yes, thank you.
Yes.
Well, I've
Thank
got a
God.
few emails. I've got a few emails.
Oh, no!
Right, from Matt, who says, with mounting rumours, what do you lads think are the advantages and disadvantages of Microsoft releasing an always-on connected console? Current rumours say if the connection is dropped after 3 minutes, all games and apps will suspend and take the user to troubleshooting. If true, Would this put you off the next Xbox?
The positives are when it's on is good, off is bad. So yeah. Next question.
We saw what happened last night.
Load of shit.
Yeah, I'm sure if they was doing this, they're going to try and put some sort of things in place. They don't want like EA fiascos every time a game comes out, do they? They'll probably overload on servers.
It would put me off, but probably wouldn't stop me playing because I'm always online on my sexy box at the minute anyway. So
yeah.
But another question, kind of on the same vein, is from Derek Lambrix, who says, "Hi guys, Detroit Slasher here with a rant/question. I'm a single dad with 2 boys and 3 Xbox consoles. They're doing away with the Family Gold plan on Xbox, which cost me £99 a year. Now I'll need 3 separate gold accounts. Plus, if the new Xbox goes always online, in which I buy games and the kids play them in their rooms when I'm not, I can't afford to buy codes for each game, or let alone 3 copies of games. Should I condense to one console? Is Microsoft trying to eliminate families of gamers, or is their new demographic rich single people? I might be out of gaming altogether."
As I said earlier, Microsoft needs to be very careful with this because it could alienate a lot of people.
Yeah, by the sounds of it, I think you're just going to have to get your boys to get a paper round or something.
You got a paper round, haven't you, Clarky?
Yep.
I wouldn't want to do a paper route in Detroit.
Oh, right, yeah, of course.
I've seen RoboCop.
Yeah, but guys, it's true. You know, if you've got families with kids, and like Peebs as a prime example, he gets a game, well, he rents a game, and then his kids play it as well, or he buys a game and the kids rent it. You know, if he has to buy 3 separate games or codes for every kid, that turns into an expensive hobby. It's bonkers.
I guarantee someone's...
What will you actually do if it comes to that thing where you got to buy like a brand new 4 copies of each game?
I just wouldn't be bought. No, because, and you know, luckily for us, the main games that we play, the Modern Warfares and Halos, are the ones that don't use the codes at the minute. But like you say, if it happens, then there's no way I'm buying 3 copies of each game. You know, well, the big multiplayer games like the Halo, the next Halo, or the next COD. You can't buy 3 of them.
So birthdays and Christmases only for games, then.
Yeah.
I'd buy that for $1.
Whoop whoop.
Breaking news. From everything I can find on Google, Far Cry 3 says the developer abandoned its initial intent for it to be an expansion pack, and looks like it's going to Xbox, XBLA, and PSN as a standalone title.
Ooh.
Blood Dragon.
Cool. Well, I've got one more question from someone who works for BT OpenReach. And Ian Smith, his name is, and he says, regarding last week's bit of discussion about the new 360 console being always on and Britain's broadband infrastructure, Microsoft should not presume that most 360 owners, in the UK at least, are always online anyway. A lot of people have very poor broadband, and it's not just the rural areas. In the 90s, when the internet started to take off, the heads of British Telecom, who were the sole service provider and owned the network, didn't think the internet would be popular, so they never invested into updating the network. Then at the turn of the millennium, when the telephone network was opened up to other service providers, BT had to relinquish the sole control of the network and had to create a new independent division within BT called OpenReach. Now we're in a position where OpenReach don't have the money to update a lot of the existing network. There is no money for certain projects like fibre to the cab in high demand areas, but cables aren't being updated to accommodate better broadband. It's difficult enough to get cables replaced that are damaged and can't carry normal voice service. And again, this isn't just rural areas. Those who do suffer from a poor network include new housing estates that are a long way from the telephone exchange. So they have to put up with slow speeds and unstable connections. I'm not slagging off OpenReach, but this is the reality of the broadband infrastructure in the UK. I know because I work for them.
Dear God, I only want Microsoft to announce whatever they're doing so I don't have to hear about this anymore.
Yeah, but is that just BT doesn't have the money because the other companies seem to be sort of like Virgin?
Well, only Virgin, but then you have to realise that Virgin can only do it in Virgin cabled areas. There's like most of the UK can't access Virgin cable because the cable isn't laid in the streets.
Mm.
You know, the only places that have those are very high populated areas. But as I say, like Peebs, you know, there's a newish housing estate in Peterborough called Hampton.
Yeah.
You know, their broadband they can't even get 1 meg.
Yeah, that's crap.
Bloody hell.
And that's a
I'm
brand
complaining
new
it.
housing estate because
1 meg.
because they're so far away from the exchange and they haven't laid any cable down. So
1 meg.
that's bollocks.
Welcome to my world.
Oh, fuck it. I thought you lived in a mansion with all the mod cons.
Yeah, but it's, it's in the middle of nowhere, isn't it? We don't want to live around peasants.
Well, the exchange is at one end of the mansion, and Clarky's room is
Yeah.
at the other. So
East wing, west wing, and all that.
Cool. And on that note, guys, it's time to end the podcast. It's been a super long one this week. I blame Dan for that one.
Yeah, it's all my fault.
Playing
Thank you very
millions of
much.
Games. I hope you have a great time in Vegas this week, Dan.
I shall do.
Don't
Thank
get
you.
up to anything that I wouldn't do.
Remember,
I don't know
what goes on in Vegas
No
stays
Dutch
in
ovens,
Vegas.
Dan.
What goes on in Vegas will probably end up on Twitter.
We want pics and everything.
Thanks. Yeah, I'll do my best.
Okay then. Well, I will catch you guys later. So from me, Mark Webb, gamertag Webby317.
Cheers. It's been emotional. Cinema Dan.
Trip McNeely, whoever the hell it is.
Resident Chivo Whore, Lord English, Salacious, Mr. Pitbull Peeps.
head case or something.
Clarky 31.
So thanks very much, guys. Don't forget to visit the website 360GamerCast.com, soon to be mojointeractive.net. Visit us on twitch.tv/mojointeractive, facebook.com/360GamerCast. Follow us on Twitter at mojo_int. And that's about it. We'll see you next week. Goodbye.
Thanks for listening to 360 GamerCast. And remember, next time the boss isn't around, join us in the forums at 360GamerCast.com.
You know, now I can actually sit online here and play on my Vita all podcast.
Well, they've got an excellent review on the Mojo YouTube account, Peeps.
Yeah, there isn't there? Yeah. There is.
It's really good,
I've
that,
seen it.
No, it was good, but it made me laugh because like every time Webby kept showing you something on the Vita screen, you couldn't see it at all.
anything.
Yeah,
Why was
it's
it
like
too
this
bright
is what
outside?
I'm
Or
doing,
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
really bright, yeah.
and really windy, so you couldn't hear him that well.
I
It was
didn't
odd.
hear
The
it.
sound came out fine, I think.
The silence,
It was
but
good.
only because I actually recorded the sound on my dictaphone,
All right.
and I had to mute the actual video sound and then lip sync the sound from the dictaphone to the video.
Ah, there we go.
Yeah, it took me ages to do.
All your secrets being exposed.
Because you miss. That's why I couldn't hear your missus very well then when she was talking.
Yeah, because she was really far away.
This is the first time for this headset. Does it sound okay?
Sounds sexy.
We could probably even pick up a fart. So, hey.
I'll test that out now.
Oh, no! No! I don't want to hear the insides of your bum. Oh.
Why? Apparently it's culturally accepted.
They're not down headphones.
Oh yeah, they
Maybe
got to
that's
draw
the
the
chicken.
line somewhere.
Yeah, exactly. You don't want to actually hear it inside your headphones.
I'm quite sad that there's no Collie Wally today. Oh, makes me sad.
What's this? What don't you want to hear in your headphones?
Oh no! Fuck you! You've been brewing, haven't you?
No, I was just saying because if we're still talking about farting, I did one the other week so loud that Voodoo heard it through party chat. And it was like because it was
Oh
so
my
loud,
God.
it stung my arsehole real badly. It's like ow.
So let's get it out of the way.
They've heard them on
Okay,
your
Webby, you mailed me this parcel,
Yep.
which was incredibly kind gesture. I will be reciprocating soon. Hopefully with something that does not have the same byproduct as these do. So Dan gave me those chocolate digestives back at PAX.
Yeah.
And I thought it was just like an odd coincidence that I got extremely gassy and was farting constantly.
Yeah.
So I ate 2 of them this morning before I went to the gym. And I swear to God, my asshole is going to need an O-ring replacement. I've been farting so much all day long. So then I start talking to Clarky, and apparently Clarky's like, oh yeah, well they're quite fibrous, so blah, blah, blah. They just make you fart. And I was like, dude, you can't eat something that makes you go out in public and fart. And Clarky's like, oh no, man, it's all right. We just sit around in bars and fart over here all the time. Dude, Americans don't fart in public.
Why?
Just don't. It's disgusting.
Why? You're
It's
weird.
funny.
Fucking gross.
That's what I said. It's just
You're
a
weird.
normal bodily function. And
Yeah,
Exactly.
man, it's better out than in.
There's nothing there's nothing funny in hearing an old lady fart.
That's terrible. So yeah, apparently digestive biscuits is true story.
Yeah, I was telling him he definitely don't want to try baked beans then, because he will be, I don't know, his mind will be blown.
Exactly.
My ass will be blown.
Yeah, but which chocolate digestives did you have?
2 of the milk chocolate ones, which I had before.
You got to try the double
no,
chocolate ones.
You had the dark milk chocolate ones at PAX.
No, you brought both.
No, I've only built dark milk chocolate. Dark chocolate. I know I did.
You sent milk chocolate ones home with me, though.
Did I?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm sure he
Okay.
did some of me too.
Okay.
Did you like the mini eggs?
Yeah, I tried a couple of those. Those are good.
Did they make you fart?
No, only the digestive biscuits. I've had to be sitting in my room.
Are you sure? Are you sure you didn't have a couple of chocolate mini eggs as well?
Mm-mm.
You know, you need to do a scientific experiment on this one, I think.
Dude, it's happened twice now. It brought back horrible memories of the first time, and I
Dude,
was like, Jesus, this isn't coincidence.
You saw the look on my face after I had a Mountain Dew Code Red. I almost just fell over. I had such a fucking migraine. I don't you guys cope with it. Corn syrup, you make everything out of corn. For all I know, you make fucking houses out of the shit.
Because we have a lot of it.
Yeah. Apparently you have a lot of fiber, and that's why it's so windy in London, because you people are fucking farting like mass farts.
We will go in private and fart. And if you stink an area up and somebody happens to walk in, you go, oh, just warning you, I just walked in after somebody and they stunk it up. Stinks pretty bad. I mean,
You sleep.
No, but the best is in a lift.
You guys
You just let one rip.
And then just blame it on your mate, like, oh, you dirty bastard, what are you doing?
All right, well, when I went to the prison, we had an airlock to get into the prison. So, like, the first door would open, then it would close, and, like, someone would always just let one rip, and it would just wait for the other door to open.
Eves, whatever happened to the pinnacle of society?
I am with you, got you Yanks on this. They're barbaric savages.
Thank you.
It's one less thing to worry about.
We
Who
are Norman
cares?
settlers.
I do not fart in public if I can help it. I hold it in. I don't just let it go. It's just
You restrain yourself.
No,
that's why they wear black socks in case some leaks down their leg.
Yeah, but you saying trip at school, if you were to fight in class, you'd get like bullied for it and shit.
Oh, hell yes.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, over here, it's the opposite. Everyone would have a good laugh, and then that would be
Dude.
it.
Through until I got to university, until I was at college, I never took a shit at school. I would leave school, go home to take a shit.
Shit break.
I'm exactly the same. When I work, because I'm out on the road all day, I will bake my shit all day. I will refuse to use public toilets, only on emergencies. I have to be at home.
No, why do I
do
want to
not
sit
care.
next to somebody that's farting and shitting when I can go to my own throne and shit in public? private, total privacy.
Yeah, but when you're like holding on to a big shit, you just fart more.
Yeah, your farts are so much worse, and it's more constant.
Yeah, they are
So
true,
you just
but
got to find someone's house and just use their toilet.
Because the gas has to go by the poop and gather some smell on the way out.
I hate using public toilets. And you always get, right, there's 2 cubicles, or 3, well, saying that, if you stop at the services, right, there's about 100 cubicles, right, they're all empty, you'll sit in one, but someone always comes and sits
right next to you.
Yeah,
Well,
you
you
have
go-
a conversation. You might use the
dirty
glory hole.
mongrel.
Or you go
go
and
about paper,
go
mate.
and
You got any?
go and flush the toilet before you, and have a look down and just get hit by like a wall. Stink.
But who puts
Next
toilet
cubicle,
tissue all
next
around the rim? I
What?
put toilet tissue all around. I don't sit on the bare
You're
thing.
such
I'll
a
have to
girl. Do you hover as well, babes?
yeah. Put tissue down.
No,
I'll
give
not
it a
sit.
quick wipe over and sit down and get on with it.
Wait, you guys don't have the paper that you pull out and sit and put it on the toilet?
No.
Well, who does that?
What?
You're one of those people that clogs up toilet by putting toilet paper all over the seat.
No, it's not toilet paper. It's actually those plastic sheets things.
There's
They're
a cover in the United States that goes above public toilets. You pull it out. It's the shape of a toilet seat. You lay it, the one thing on the toilet seat, then you sit down.
You and
Then
Colin
where
Wally
does
are
it
going
go?
to
In the
be
to- in the bin?
desperate.
You
when
guys,
go-
but I tell you,
You're
what,
gonna
if
be
you ever
shocked.
go to France have stand-up
What,
toilets.
yeah.
Really?
Like a hole in the ground.
Oh, in the ground, and they got little place for your feet. You stand there, and you basically just squat.
What?
Yeah, yeah,
Surely you'd prefer that trip than.
exactly. Especially if
It's
you,
I don't want to shit on my feet.
well, you're bending back, you're kind of squatting, and
Yeah,
hopefully
but your pants are around your ankles. Don't you shit on your pants
Yeah.
down there?
ask the French how
Yeah.
they do it. I don't know.
They're the disgusting ones, not us.
Exactly.
Well, I had that in Italy as well. They've got the old squatters as well. The Europeans, mate. Vote UKIP.
What has happened?
Keep our toilets on seat.
Pinnacle of society. What? It's no wonder Europe's falling apart. They don't even know how to fucking build a toilet.
I know, we complain about broadband not being everywhere. Let's start with toilets.
Yeah. Oh, God.
I can't believe you were in the sauna having to go. It's like with your towels like flapping in the breeze, letting out farts in front of people.
I can't wait to do my full report on the MGM Grand toilets next week. Believe me, you'll get it.
Oh man, like the toilets in the
Dude, toilets
hotels
in
there are
Las
amazing.
Vegas are amazing.
They're
I
so
don't-
posh.
Take a dump and you look behind you and it's a Bengali tiger staring at
The
you.
worst thing is, though, Josh, about the sauna. Once you enter a sauna, you're committed. Because if there's other people in there, you can't be just getting up and walking out of a sauna, farting, and coming back into the sauna. Because
Yeah,
you're
'cause
letting
they're-
all the steam out, or
Yeah,
you're
no.
letting all
You fart,
The
then
fuck-
walk out.
hot air. I was sitting there for like half an hour and just pinched my ass together because I ate a bunch of couple fibrous biscuits this morning.
Oh, it's
Don't
really
have them
upsetting.
for
isn't it?
breakfast. Have them when you get home after a long day at
Exactly.
work with
Yeah,
a nice cup
what
of
are you eating
tea.
chocolate in the morning for?
Exactly. You're not doing this right, I think. You're doing it all wrong.
Well, if I'm going to eat chocolate, I might as well eat chocolate, then go to the gym because, for one, it gives me energy. And for two, I'm working it all off.
You
Yeah,
must have been running faster than usual on the treadmill as well.
It never fails. You go into a public restroom, you're at a urinal, you're just about to let pee go, and some dude walks in, steps up to the one next to you, and is like, and you're like, oh, come on, dude.
That's what urinals are for. It's like, all right.
That never happened in Kansas. We are proper people.
That's what people say, you know. You go to the urinal, someone farts next to you, and they always say, guaranteed, better out than in.
High five.
God.
And you say, I disagree.
Disagree.
Yeah, I disagree vehemently. Ugh.
And you
Oh,
pee on their shoes.
So yeah, farting in England apparently is
It's
And
normal.
anthropologists didn't discover this. Me and Trick McLean did.
Do you
I think
fart in
it'd be
front of
really
the
there.
missus?
Oh, all the time.
I think all the posh people escaped England and came to the United States.
Mate, fart ground, farting hand.
The
bang,
best
shut
thing to do, head case, is my secret. I'm letting you all know my secret. You're in bed. You do
Dutch
a
oven.
massive fart, and then you grab the duvet and put it over her head.
That's called the Dutch oven.
It's amazing.
Love is never dead. Never dies.
Oh,
I'm sure that inspires lots of romance and intimacy.
Well, you do it after the romance.
Oh. During the refractory period.
No.
Oh, you horrible, horrible people.
Tatty bye. So you're going to be on early in the morning, Webby?
How early's early?
From 9 onwards?
I might be awake by then, I don't know. It's life for leisure, mate. You know, you can't get up too early.
Oh, dear. You need to get into a routine. Get yourself up early.
Oh, fuck that shit.
The routine's got to be going until 4 o'clock in the morning, mate.
Well, I do actually need to get up to go to the Dole office tomorrow, so...
The Dole office.
I've got to get my government handouts, mate.
Sounds like a lovely place. I'm sure it'll be a good time.
Yeah. I'll take my Vita with me. I might get mugged, though.
Yeah, I was going to say, you'll get that taken off you straight away.
Yeah.
You don't need handouts, mate.
Take your Nokia 3310 and you'll get mugged.
Yeah. Sit there and play Snake.
Yeah. Cool. Cool. I'm going to play some more Persona 4 Arena in a minute.
Are you going to be putting old podcasts in the outtakes as well, again?
Yeah, I'm not sure which one to do, though.
You can't be bothered to look through them, can you?
Do you want me to give you that one that I was on about, like timestamp and all that?
Yeah, please.
Alright, I'll tweet you it.
Yeah, but last week's was good. I had Taz in there, I had P. I had... I was trying to find the Mr. Monkey Pants, but I can't find it.
It's called Little Monkeys, it's called.
Yeah, but my podcasts are not named in...
I think it's 191 when I was looking, or something like that.
They're all numbered. Well, I can't remember what number was what. That's fucking...
I was driving the bus, and I think Webby said...
Is he from Kentucky?
Jesus.
Oh, dear.
Well, at least you got outtakes at the beginning of this one, too.
Oh, yeah, you got those ones. You got to have those in.
Or just leave them at the beginning.
Before the intro music.
Yeah, people will be like, what the hell?
Have some intakes.
What the fuck is this?
Have some intakes.
It's just better out than in.
No, I will put the fart stuff off after these outtakes.
Oh, dear. You're in for a
Yeah, that's
treat.
what you got to name the podcast better out than him.
Yeah.
And the music has to be the exploration Persona 4 music.
Yeah.
Whatever that is.
That's amazing. They even have whole Persona concerts in Japan.
I saw they're on the TV channels. If you go on that TV list,
I watched it.
crazy.
Everybody knows that they're a weird people. I mean, look at the North Koreans. They hate them.
I forgot to ask you that. I can invite you into my Persona game if I'm having trouble, right?
Oh, really?
Yeah. As soon as you load it up, it says you went to online features, and then if you hit the help thing, it says this feature lets you enter other people's games or invite players into your games if you need help.
Yeah, but isn't that much later on in the game, though?
Yeah.
Cool. I'm well up for it. Party chat. Colin invited me to a party chat a little while
Yeah,
ago.
you have to let me in. Couldn't enter, yeah.
See,
I think I need to get this Persona 4.
See, Trip, you're just missing out now.
Mm-hmm.
What? Huh?
You're just missing out.
On
Missing
what?
out, man. On Vita party chat.
I wasn't paying any
Farting in
attention.
public.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I know.
Just missing out.
Mm-hmm.
I'm all tore up inside, I'm not going to lie.
Oh, brilliant.
It's really affected you that bad, 2 digestive biscuits.
That's nothing, man. 2 digestive biscuits is like, if you'd had the whole pack, I would have thought.
That's the first couple of seconds of your cup of tea, that is.
I'm just disturbed about the American Constitution. Not the Constitution, the Constitution.
Constipation.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Colin. Oh.
Right, well, I'll put the podcast in the timestamp of where it sort of gets funny.
Colin.
In the chat.
I'm in Colin's party, but he says he's. I think I'm in it on my own. I'm so confused. Yay! Yeah, man. How's it going, man?
I've got the headset in, dude. How does it? It's going well. How does my voice sound?
Sounds sexy.
Hello, Colin.
Oh, he's got the headset already.
Yeah, went out and bought it.
Oh, I'm gonna get it Amazon.
Yeah, we're still in the podcast chat at the minute.
I can hear the Persona music.
Where?
No, that's the
Oh
Vita.
no, I mean that's the Vita music.
Vita menu.
The head case is online on Vita.
I've always run out of battery on mine.
I've just charged mine while we've been recording.
Trophy whoring. PlayStation All Stars Battle Royale.
Oh, so good.
Dan, do you have Dead or Alive on Vita?
I do, yes, and I've run out of juice.
What the fuck is that? Hello.
Hi, Colin.
What the fuck is that sound?
This is your intro music. That's what you listen to. That's in his head as he's walking down the street in Utah. He's got a little funky strut to it.
Some random man jumps out back alley with a harmonica.
Where's Peeves?
Oh, he's gone, mate.
Hi, Dan.
What is that song? What the hell is that?
It's J-pop. It's the opening to Persona 4 Golden.
Oh my god.
It's awesome.
Josh, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Tell me your thoughts on Persona 4 Golden.
It's really good so far.
Thank you.
But
I don't even know you. I already said in the podcast I used to think of you as a brother. Now you're a third cousin.
I've abandoned you.
Oh,
dude, what can I say, man? Ni no Kuni. I think it's just because I've been into shooters and Western games so long and been making fun of Japanese games for so long that when I actually played Ni no Kuni, it felt like fresh and exciting and magical.
Yes.
And so now I just want more of that, So give me a year of hardcore JRPG addiction.
Cocaine addict. It's never going to be as good as the first time.
Oh dear. I'm about to find out.
You shouldn't do this. It's too dangerous.
Oh my god.
That's amazing.
Oh my god.
We shouldn't do this. It's too dangerous.
There's Jared downloading a Lego game while he's winning.
Hey, can I ask a couple questions about it? It's rated M. Like, is there a lot of swearing in it in Persona 4?
No, not yet.
It says.
One of the teachers called the kids assholes a lot.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
It's awesome.
Alcohol reference, animated blood, language, partial nudity, sexual themes, violence.
Oh, I like that.
Oh,
yeah,
sounds good.
Yeah, I
I
wouldn't let
like
the
my
kids play
sexual themes crossed with violence.
To be fair,
Oh,
I'm
dear.
not really playing a game yet. I'm like going through a story. Like seriously, almost 3 hours in, I'm not playing a game yet. So it's all story and all like conversations and exploration and talking to people.
Dude.
And
How similar?
TV.
Oh my gosh! How similar is this game to Bully in that, like, you go to sleep, you wake up, you go to class after school, you choose what you want to do.
Yeah,
Is
you
it
do
like
all that
Bully?
shit, yeah.
yeah, there's but it doesn't. You get to decide the day cycle basically because you can go around to the different cities and parts of the city and then go back to your house. And all I can say is that because it isn't used very often, the kitchen is organized.
Yeah. It's
Excellent.
awesome. It's awesome, mate.
I need to get that game when I get back.
You do.
I think Dan will jizz all over this.
Guys, I've been thinking about making some cross-buy purchases. So should I get Sly Cooper, Thieves in Time, PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale? What should I...
Are you going to include purchases for the kids? They'll get on Sly Cooper. You can download a demo of Sly Cooper actually onto your Vita, so see how they get on with that.
Yeah.
PlayStation All-Stars, I think they will love that game. It's very family-friendly.
Is cross-buy different than remote play?
Yeah, cross-buy is that if you buy one...
You buy the PS3 version, you get a free copy of the Vita version.
Okay,
and
so that's different.
Both of the ones I'm interested in are $40. So Sly Cooper, Thieves in Time, and PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale, you get 2 games in the $40 package. So
there's a Ratchet and Clank one as well. You might want to have a look at.
Ratchet and Clank cross-buy? Okay.
Yeah, there's a cross-buy on that as well.
I feel like the clap is going around the podcast right now. Everybody's catching it.
Yeah.
Your turn to go around the bike shed later, Joe.
Dude, I'm on my Vita right now, dude. You're hearing me through the Vita.
You're doing Skype on the Vita?
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow. Podcasting on the Vita.
That's cool, isn't it?
Yeah.
Which, to be fair, I mean, all the apps I've downloaded so far for the Vita, I already have for the iPhone, so there's redundancy there, but...
Can you use Skype and play a game at the same time?
I don't know. I haven't tried it. To be honest, the only game I've played is freaking Gravity Rush for 20 minutes, and I've deleted it.
Really?
It's not engaging me, and my memory card's full. So when I buy another memory card, I'll re-download it.
Yes, you only got 4 gig one?
Yeah. Came with the bundle.
Yeah. Colin had the same glitch that I'm always getting. When I go to download demos or stuff, it will stay on that preparing to download or whatever forever. And then you have to turn it off. And then I had one where it said you have no memory. I was downloading Dead or Alive 5 demo, and it said you have no memory, and it was because it was downloading like 5 different copies of it.
Weird. That's weird. I've never had that personally. Okay. Interesting. What did you think of Dead or Alive 5, Josh? Did you?
I haven't played it yet.
Haven't played it yet. It's identical to the big console versions. It looks fantastic.
Yeah, I think I want to try that. And then Jetpack Joyride is just an arcade game, really. So because I forgot to say it in the podcast, but there's free games on here too.
Mm-hmm. I've got Lemons on there. There's all sorts on there.
Dude, there's the bundle I got. It comes with like 6 free games with the PS Plus subscription or something.
Yeah, there's.
I just tested it, Clarky. No, if you want to do Skype, that's the only thing you can be doing.
Oh, all right.
On this, so the iPhone's even better than that. Better than this for that, then.
There we go.
Anyway,
sweet. I'm just playing some Persona 4.
My wife looked over at when I was playing Persona and she goes, "What the hell are you playing?" and then I told her the story and she's like, "Oh, well, that sounds pretty cool."
Dude. Why does that dude have a nose the size of a carrot? At the beginning.
That's not his nose.
It's something else.
I don't know.
All right, I'll have to go. See you later.
Cool.
Okay. Right, I'm gonna get on Sexy Box in a minute. I need to charge my Vita, so I can't join you on that.
I'm gonna play some Persona 4.
I don't know what to do. I'll get on party chat with you. Jared, are you getting on Xbox?
Yeah,
on it.
I'm going to walk away for a minute, but then I'll be back, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Going to walk away to fart.
Wait for it.
Yes, we had an interesting conversation about digestive biscuits at the beginning of the podcast, Colin.
Did we?
Yeah, It's funny.
Apparently Trip farts in public all the time.
No.
Especially at the gym.
I'm going to guff my head off. Every single fruit machine I stand out of Vegas, I'm going to let run red.
I watched your Vita video, your YouTube video.
Oh, yeah.
Webby, it looked like you had 4 layers on in April, dude. What's going on?
It was so cold.
It was cold. It's warmed up now, though.
Fingers.
Dude, the UK just seems like a desolate. Oh, the winter, like just the weather in the UK is just ugh.
It is,
Siberia.
Mate.
Yeah.
It sucks balls.
We're only finally coming out of 6 months perpetually coat weather. 6 months of wearing coat. I saw someone wearing shorts today. I was amazed. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing that for? Then I realised they should be wearing shorts.
Yeah, it's starting to get into the 60s over here. And sunny. But man, you're at the beach and just, I don't know, probably cold wind off the water just freaking blowing all over you. Yeah.
We can see the clouds in the sky, all like grey and horrible.
It wasn't too bad in town.
Yeah, it was warm in town,
or in the pub.
What was with all the birds? It looked like a Hitchcock flick.
The seagulls.
Seagulls.
Did you get shat on?
Well, we were eating ice cream at the front, and they saw. The thing is, they see people eating, so they kind of like they're opportunists. So they'll basically come near you and they'll basically swoop. If they see an opportunity that they won't get punched in, they'll go for it. And there was one point that there was literally 10 seagulls just coming down slowly, just watching the three of us eat our ice creams. It was terrifying.
Just descending slowly upon you.
The thing is, it was so windy. The silly fuckers kept on timing to come a bit closer, then getting blown off course. Yeah, and then you'll see the pigeon mating as well in the video. We got quite a bit of attention. We did.
Yeah. It was awesome, mate.
And these seagulls, they are seriously the size of small turkeys.
Webby, it seems like you've been traveling all over bonny old England lately.
Yeah, just been travelling around, having a good time, drinking lots of alcohol.
Where was that convention with all the cell phone covers?
Oh, well, it was in Birmingham. That was near Taz.
Yeah.
I drove past Solihull.
They've been Birmingham.
And then Plymouth and then Brighton. Anywhere else?
No. I might go to Spain next month, though.
No.
Very nice.
Yeah. I like
Take
Spain.
the channel?
No, you would fly out to Spain.
Fly to Spain? Oh, yeah.
A couple of hours.
It's France.
You could get, you only get the channel if you're going to northern France.
Yeah.
Northern Europe.
Where they don't have toilets.
Yeah. What do you want to go?
What do they have? Just holes in the ground?
Apparently so.
That's how the Chinese do it.
They thought it was crazy that we pull out a piece of paper and put it on a toilet before we use it.
I've never heard of that before.
Bit weird.
Oh, if you're in like a public restroom, at a gas station or something like that. Yeah.
I am a seasoned pro when it comes to Glastonbury. I have shat on the most hideous things that have been spewed out of people's anuses.
Are you making a mess with that?
That's disgusting.
Yes, it is disgusting.
When I go this year, I'll take some
it later.
to you.
If I go somewhere public, I'll get like the toilet roll and like plant it all around the toilet seat before I sit down.
Oh God, you're a bunch of hypochondriacs. What's wrong with you?
And then I won't actually touch, like, if they don't have one of them flushes where you can just wave your hand, I'll like use toilet roll to flush the toilet as well, so I don't actually touch the handle. And then I'll use a bit of toilet roll to open the door as well.
Yep.
Jeez.
Smart man.
Yeah, gotta be done. You don't know what
wash your hands afterwards.
I do wash my hands, but you just never know what diseases are there.
Yeah, dude, I don't even shake somebody's hand without using Purell after I shake their hand.
Wow, that's hardcore to another level.
No wonder all these like people are getting colds now. It's just everyone's.
Dude, I have not been sick in like 6 years.
I've hardly been sick as well. I just get run down from working too much and staying up stupidly late playing bloody video games.
Yeah, you could have fatigue-induced illness from just
playing too much
not
Xbox.
sleeping. Yep.
Yeah. I don't know.
well.
In that case, I have really poor hygiene capability. Well, I'm quite hygienic when it comes to washing and cleaning, but I've got no qualms of going to a public loo and sitting on it. No problem at all. No problem at all. You know, I just don't care.
Then
Maybe a
you
little
get
bit.
I
people
want
that- oh,
other people's butts on my butt. I don't want to go butt to butt.
Or if someone's
like
taking a
fucking
piss in
do
there and
in
not
Army
putting
of
the toilet
Two.
seat up.
If someone's pissed on the seat, you have a bit of a clean up. Yeah, you're not going to sit in there wee.
Get that
But, you
yellow
know,
orb.
No, you get it all cleaned up. That's it, and then you make sure you wash your
The
hands off.
wee has oozed into the cracks of the plastic on the seat.
What am I, a janitor? I mean, I'm not going to clean up somebody else's piss.
Does a special move.
That is a special move.
So what I'm trying to give Faithful Wish tips in this battle of Nino Kuni, and she just won. Yeah. Coaching, Webby's coaching tips for the win.
Dude, there are so many freaking games to play on this thing. It's unreal.
I know. We're going to have to call this the Vita Cast. Mm-hmm.
360 Vita Cast.
That's the name of the pod this week.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Everything okay, Trip?
He's just downloading a Lego MMO.
What happened?
The basic irony of it all.
What's this Lego? I've seen this Lego thing today. People tweeting about it. Is it a Wii U only thing?
Yes.
Cool. And it's an MMO?
No.
Is it download? Have you managed to get it to download?
No, it keeps failing. It's fucking pissing me off.
It's the Wii U for you.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Colin, are you on the podcast next week?
No.
Why?
Dude, I'll try. How about if I'll try and get sick or cop like I'm sick.
Yeah.
That's what I'll do.
Okay.
Or get one of the kids sick that have to stay home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll break one of their legs or something.
Yeah, well, just get them to use public
Have them
toilet.
eat a load of digestive biscuits, and then they'll have
There you
gas
go.
and have to stay home.
That works.
Mm-hmm.